seems like the budget went up a bit. Just a little. Oh, I recognize that character. That's the only one so far. Is that Crossbow? I don't know who any of those people are. Yet. I was gonna say I don't recognize a single character, but that's not true. I saw Osborne. Let me tab out of the game real quick here so I can minimize. This might be the only Steam game so far that I own that, like, tabbing out is actually kind of an ordeal. I have to, like, press the Windows button and, like, alt-click. It's weird. Also, centering the window requires me to set up a hotkey to do it. That's really cool. Do I know when this game takes place, roughly compared to Crossbell? I don't know anything about this game other than that the main character's name is Reen, and that he's something Divine Blade, maybe? I don't know. That's it. No, not Divine Blade. I don't know. Something about him and swords. That's all I know about this game. I know basically nothing. I'm not playing on hard mode. Nope. I learned my lesson. I'm good. 1204, that's... When did Crossbell take place? Was Crossbell 1206 or 1208? I don't remember. Eastern edge of the Erebonian Empire, so this takes place before Crossbell? If I'm right. Gorelia Fortress. I hear, like, stock explosion noises. Game might be a bit too loud. Oh yeah, no, voices are gonna be. Crossbell was also 1204. Okay, so this takes place really close then.
It's no use. Can't even scratch him.
Yeah, no, if the game's gonna talk for me, I'll let it.
What's happening? Who's in control of those things? Get in touch with the 4th Armored Division. We need backup from Lieutenant General Craig.
Like, even the voices are quiet compared to the music here. So is this the other side of Gorelia? Because Gorelia was the fortress used to fire upon Crossbell City, right? I probably shouldn't be talking about Crossbell at all. I should just pretend like it doesn't exist. Yeah? Crossbell games, what are those?
This is awful. What happened here? I can smell smoke. Are they using gunpowder?
They've completely blindsided us.
Oh, we're gonna get a bit of Hulk in this voice acting, aren't we?
It appears that everything else they've done today was to serve as a decoy.
Why are the voices so quiet?
Go haywire.
Right. It looks like their real target was the railway guns all along. Which means they must be serious about targeting that trade conference in Crossbell City.
Oh.
They wouldn't.
How low can they possibly sink?
Alright, well now I know exactly what time period this is taking place in.
So, They're intent on taking the Chancellor's head after all.
Resorting to such wanton violence? This is absolutely outrageous.
I might have to turn... If I can turn the volume of the music down slightly, I might have to do that. I can barely hear them.
Please, let us help. We don't know if reinforcements are on the way, and it doesn't look like we have much time left. We have to stop them before they can activate the railway guns.
Green's right.
I don't know how much we can really do, but considering the alternative, we have to try.
Right. I don't know how to let those terrorists have their way.
What? I can't hear you!
Looks like any attempt to convince you otherwise would fall on deaf ears. All right. Reen, you and the rest of Group A are with me. Group B, you'll be under the command of
Wait,
Major
no,
Nightheart.
no, I do know another thing. I know this character. She has a sword and a gun
One
at
group
the
will
same
secure
time.
the gun in the right wing. The other group will secure the left. This is an actual combat situation with real lives at stake. I expect the best from each of you.
Yes, sir! All right, Class 7. Our objective is to stop the activation of the railway guns. We've learned a lot at the Academy. It's time to put that knowledge to the test. Understood!
Ah, God! Sorry, I'm sorry. I said the voices were too quiet. Jesus. Fuck me. That startled me. Okay, so here's the controls. Right, okay. Y is the menu. Rotate camera, expand minimap, open notebook. Okay. There are 9 characters in your party if it's not immediately obvious. Huh. Oh, this is nice. It's actually full screen. Why is the music so loud? Navigation, not that. I'm not gonna be able to get used to Y being the menu for quite a while, I think. I need to fucking... Like, just a little bit. A little bit. There you go. Like, maybe another level. Very loud. There we go. Okay. So this is a bit strange having this be in 3D like this. Again, the budget for these games. I don't know if the budget went up or the development time or something. Cold Steel 1 and 2 take place at the same time as the Crossbell games. But this is taking place during Azure, right? Technically? Because they were talking about the trade conference. Okay, so this Reen dude has a sword. I was correct.
Here they come.
Oh, that's much better.
They look just like that thing we fought during our field study.
Mechanical monstrosities.
Save the talking for later. We need to take these things out.
Are your boots so high that they go past your knees? How do you walk?
Got it!
Here they come! Be careful, everyone! Okay.
So this is a little weird, seeing this in, all of this, in, like, these monsters, these robots, these archaisms in 3D. Oh, this is very strange. Same battle system. A little too familiar, almost. What crafts do you have? Is it Y for show? I can't look at... Okay. I can't, like... Oh, wait, it's at the bottom. Okay. Attack area large. So I can see who it's going to hit based off of a reticle above. The battle system is the same, but it looks like this is the same, but the sides and the bottom look so foreign to me. It's a bit weird. Craft points plus 10 on everyone? No. Right?
All right, let's do this!
Understood.
Holy shit, it is.
Very well.
Okay, that... Huh. Okay, so Reen's... That ability is already better than Ellie's.
Know your place.
Know your place!
Okay.
Okay, that killed the one in the middle. Is she an Orbital Staff user? What was that?
Leave it to me.
Okay. We have random team attacks now?
My turn.
Why don't you just go slap that one? The game makes very heavy use of controller rumble, which is interesting.
Gleaming blade. Go!
Wow, you don't do a lot of damage, do
I'll
you?
handle this. Know your place. Go.
Okay, so what is this? Oh, it's just like a little follow-up. Okay.
Try not to overexert yourself.
Don't worry about me.
Anytime I start like a new RPG that has like heavy UI elements, it's so overwhelming to me. I kind of recognize what's going on here, but it usually takes me a while. Like when I see FF7 remakes UI, I'm just like, ugh.
No doubt about it. Those things were the same as the one we fought outside Legram.
It seems a large number of them are on the loose inside the fortress. I'm guessing that's what got the soldiers we just saw too.
Seems so.
So these are archaisms.
Hey, I've been saying it right the whole
Are
time.
you certain, Instructor?
Finally, no.
Yeah, they're a kind of autonomous weapon made by a rather unsavory group. And a real pain to deal with, too.
Yeah.
We need to hurry, but keep your wits about you.
Understood.
I was about to say, please don't scream at me again. Please, no. Can I switch characters? Oh, yeah. Okay, so staff
I'll
user,
handle this.
big sword with a definitely practical hilt. Yep, that's practical.
Leave it to me.
And then you, gun sword. Wait, does she alternate between? Huh? Or how do I shoot gun? I have no idea.
Go!
Here they come. Be careful, everyone. It's my turn.
In order to switch the other characters, you have to go into the party menu. Are they just with you the whole game? I know Crossbell... I know Cold Steel has the issue of there being like 1,000 billion characters to choose from. You said arts were overpowered. What arts do I have?
Leave it to me.
I already have multi-hit arts, like this early. That's kind of insane to me.
My turn. Arcus, activate.
My
Arcus.
turn. Arcus, activate.
I start with Ariel, that's good.
Now.
Yeah, that does some damage. Okay, so that mechanic's kept in. When an attack misses, a target will counterattack. Gotcha. Man, this game loves its vibrations, doesn't it? Is there auto battle?
I shall fulfill my duty as a noble.
How many nobles does Erebonia have? Everybody's a noble. I'm a noble. You're a noble. Stacking delay effects in this game is OP too. So, not that mad. It's gonna take a while to get used to that. Oh, here's the other characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems like I only have 6 right now. Now let's go all sword. She technically has a sword, so she can stay. I don't know who you are, but you're coming with me.
Bring it on.
Okay.
Right.
Her craft does quite a bit of damage. Area M. They'll probably move closer.
Very well.
Aerial position-wise is nice. I'm going to assume she isn't much of a magic caster. She's got a giant sword, and that didn't do very much.
Go! We'll cut our own path.
So it keeps the same bonus mechanic as Crossbell. I'm trying to, like, anytime there's, like, a shitload of UI elements on screen, again, I just, like, it takes me a while to fully understand what's going on here. Can I do the same thing? Nope, okay.
My turn.
I think I like that craft. That's pretty good.
Go!
That's, where's Auto Battle? What's this? What? Wait, you can swap members mid-fight? Oh. Oh, this game. Oh, that's weird. Link attack. Okay, so that's like the combo. It's all new. Where's auto battle though? That's S break. Is there no auto battle? Oh dear. That's different. I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Arcus, activate.
Very well.
My turn.
Is Ariel not locked to a grid?
Arcus
I don't even know. I
activate.
don't know nothing.
I shall fulfill my duty as a noble.
This is also a 3D game. Ergo, I'm going to get lost a lot. Never mind, there's like a Metroid Prime style map. That's good. Well, I suppose if it was Metroid Prime style, everything would be like 3D. Oh, wait, no, it kind of is. It kind of is. I want it to turn around. Turn around. Turn around. It's not going to turn around, is it? Okay. So you can kind of stun lock them. Yeah, it's a little more finicky.
Leave it to me.
So back attacking gives you a strength boost, and it looks like you refilled someone's craft
My
points.
turn. Go!
And one for me.
My turn.
Huh.
I shall fulfill my duty as a noble.
So I'm trying to take in what exactly is going on here. There's a lot of unopenable doors, huh? I'm assuming these guys, I don't know if they're kids. I don't know how old these dudes are. One of them said instructor, so I'm assuming they're part of a school? But why are they infiltrating a military fortress? I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Wouldn't really surprise me if it was like a school setting type game. We don't have time to backtrack. We need to hurry right to the railway gun. Did I run all the way back by accident? I think I did. Yep. What did I say about getting lost? Is there turbo? Oh, that's turbo. It looks a little weird in a 3D setting, but that's okay. You can kind of hit them from the side and have the same thing go on.
Go!
Very well.
Huh. Yeah, no, Japan sure loves their school setting stories for some reason. I never really understood the... Do I want to call it an obsession? Yeah, kinda.
The advantage is ours.
I don't necessarily dislike it, it's just
Leave
weird
it to me.
how prevalent it is.
Go! My turn. Go!
And one for me.
These assists
Very
are pretty common.
My turn.
It
Evil
seems
will
like when you
fall
hold down
before my
turbo mode,
blade.
that is a giant sword. It seems like when you hold down turbo mode, it auto skips the animations. That's pretty nice. I'm not going backwards, am I? No.
Very well. I will serve as your opponent.
Okay.
Bit of a large hitbox there, isn't there? Oh, that hit all 4 of them? What? Oh.
Of course.
Oh yeah, you do high
handle
physicals. The big physicals. She did almost twice as much as him.
Leave it to me.
Oh, no, she does a lot
Very
too.
well. I shall fulfill my duty as a noble.
Reen, Sarah, Laura, and Juices? Okay, that's just blocked off by... Okay, I thought there was like just like a single beam lying in the pathway there, and I was like, really, that's gonna block off my entry? But no, there's a hole in the ground. I probably don't need to heal, because I just did. Does healing there... Okay, no, I was about to say, does healing there restore craft points? But no, they're full because I was hitting a bunch of dudes with them.
Where are we?
This must be Corellia Canyon. You can see Crossbell State on the other side.
There!
Yep, I recognize those things. Wait a minute, you're telling me this was happening during the trade conference?
Those are...
They didn't even mention this, I don't
The
think.
railway guns. They're enormous.
Damn. How did they manage to get them prepped so fast?
You would have thought that Crossbow would know. Hey, by the way, Air Bunny is pointing giant guns
Don't
at the
tell me
city.
they're just gonna let them rip without even setting a target.
Instructor!
What the hell's going on
They're
here?
certainly not shy about bringing out the big guns.
Ugh, we don't have time for this. We need to take these things out fast.
Right there with you.
Let's send these cretins to the scrap heap.
You're in my way.
Fucking voice.
My turn.
Can I analyze? I don't know. This just turbos. You said impedes were strong. Never mind.
Didn't see that coming.
Very well.
Is she healing herself with every attack? That's neat. Hopefully that one comes closer. I think it's out of range. Never mind. It's not gonna.
My turn.
What are your crafts? Strength of defense plus 50%. Area large.
No escape.
Why is your sword bigger than you are?
There. Here we go.
Aw. Wait, no. That'll hit both.
Focus. Activate.
I think they're turning red as they get closer to death. That's my assumption. This hits both of them, but it doesn't do a lot of damage.
Didn't see that coming. Now.
Very well.
Okay, I want to see what this looks like. Yeah, you both have the same amount of health.
Flames, gavel on my blade. Strike.
My turn.
Fuck it. Oh, wait, no, there's an assist.
You're in the shoe.
I'm gonna have to get used to how over the top these are. I mean, they've been getting more and more over the top as the games progress, but this is just getting a little ridiculous at this point.
No escape.
Okay.
God, you do a lot of damage, don't you? Arts are on the bottom. My muscle memory tells me arts are up here. I think it's wrong though. Let's go slap that one. Yeah, she's restoring her stats. That's weird. Is that just like a unique characteristic of her?
Leave it to me.
Go!
Oh, this one's like real close to death. Yeah, there you go.
Very well.
Gaius is the most anime S-craft. Who is Gaius? I don't know who that is. Is it the blonde dude, or is that the big boy?
My turn.
The restoration thing is from her Master Quartz? Oh, okay. That's right, Master Quartz are a thing. I need to remember that. Oh. Brown-haired guy? I don't think I've used him yet. I did it!
I've only just begun.
A matter of course.
I feel like I'm growing stronger.
I'm just getting started.
This guy, okay. He looks like a Bleach character. I keep...
A self-destruct mechanism. There's no cowardice and no bounds.
I keep hearing stock explosion sounds.
We're running out of time. I'm gonna go on ahead. Follow me as soon as you're sure it's safe to...
That's not good. Yeah, that's bad.
Railway guns.
No, no, no!
Don't!
I'm not sure if yelling's gonna do anything, Rain. When does this happen? I don't remember them actually firing on Crossbell except during, you know... I don't want to say, because, like, this game is the mainstream one, and, like, a lot of people haven't played Crossbell because it's kind of a pain in the ass to do so. Never mind. Alright, here, I'll list the disclaimer now. Don't watch this if you haven't played the Crossbell series. There you go! See, now I am absolved of any responsibility. And this FMV is really quiet. Gaius, that's Juices, I was right. Juices. That guy looks like a younger Dudley, for some reason. Laura... Crow? Angelica. Sarah. I'm looking for someone that I recognize even minutely. I don't trust that guy. He's got glasses. And as you know, anyone in glasses that wears glasses in this game is the main antagonist. That's actually true. Every main antagonist so far, I think. Well, okay, I don't know, would you call Richard a main antagonist? I mean, I kind of... Okay, so we have a cat. Does the cat talk? The cat probably talks. It's gonna be very strange going from the smallest nation, nation, in quotes, in Zemuria to, like, one of the largest. Why was that so quiet? There's a calendar system? Or is this just... No, there's no calendar system. 5 months earlier. On the outskirts of the capital, Heimdallr in central Erebonia. Hopefully I'll actually learn how to pronounce that. 400 Selge west of Trista. Don't know where that is. The visual upgrades are nice. I like this. I know nothing of this character other than that he's really important. And that a lot of people like him. It's kind of eerie how much attention to detail they put in. Like, the layout of this train is very... It's the same.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. The next stop is Trista. Trista.
I did not mean to do that.
We will be stopped at Trista for 1 minute. When disembarking, please ensure no belongings are left behind.
Almost there. Man, spring's really in full bloom here, huh? Back home, there was still so much snow on the ground, I hardly even realized it.
I like this song. What does it remind me of? It's reminding me of something. I can't really put my finger on it, though. Even the station layout is, like, exactly the same. The green train is fun, too. One of these days I'll restream Mother 3. One of these days. Know that girl? She's on the cover of the game! She's gonna be important, I think!
Wow.
Huh. Well, they're doing a good job of keeping that same, like, homely feel that the small villagers have.
No flowers?
The small villages have.
Never seen so many all blossoming at once. I'll be spending the next 2 years here. Wonder how long it'll be before I think of it as home.
I'm very happy that you're thinking this instead of saying it out loud like most anime characters, Rean. Thank you.
But yeah, I think I'm going to like it.
Ouch.
Whoa, sorry about that. Are you okay?
You didn't even do anything.
I should have picked a better place to take in the scenery.
Don't worry about it. I should have been paying more attention to where I was going instead of gawking at the flowers. It's really a pretty town though, isn't it? Just like a postcard.
Yeah, I guess that's the magic of springtime for you. I hope everything in your case is okay.
Oh, don't worry about that. It'll be fine. Hey, you've got the red uniform too, huh?
Yeah, but now that you mention it, almost everyone else on the train had a green jacket. You're one of the few I've seen in red. I didn't really think about it until now. I just put on the uniform they sent me.
I hadn't given it much thought until I got here either. But yeah, like you said, there have been a few others sporting them too, so I doubt it's a mistake. Maybe it means we'll end up being classmates. Anyway, I should get going. I've got a feeling we'll see each other again at the entrance ceremony, though.
Both part of Gryffindor. They even got the Griffin and the door on their uniform.
I totally forgot to ask her name. Oh well, I'm sure we'll run into each other later. She's right, though. It is weird that there are so few of us in red. Are there even enough to make a class?
Possibly a special class, a special support.
The uniform is pretty strange too. It sure looks a lot fancier than your standard issue orbment, that's for sure.
Military Academy. Okay, that's a bit different. That's a nice change of pace. Again, school settings are always kind of like, they're fine, but like I don't really gravitate toward them. This is different though. I kind of like that.
Guess there's no point in racking my brain over it. Someone will probably explain it during orientation.
Oh, so that's a huge orbment. Like, it's like chunky.
Thor's military academy is on the north side of town. I've still got some time to look around before the entrance ceremony, but it'd be pretty awkward to be late the first day.
I thought orbments are supposed to be pretty small. Because the only, like... Oh, prologue. The way to Thor's. You know, like, orbments I always thought were kind of small. The only, like, point of reference I have is the OVA for second chapter of of Sky, which isn't very good, by the way. Events that occur during the story are automatically recorded in this section. You can access both by pressing the back button or by choosing the note section in the camp menu and then flipping through the various tabs. You can also confirm your current objective by pressing the X button and accessing the navigation screen. Okay. You dedicated an entire button just for this? You could have, like, done something else with the X button, I'm just saying. Did the game... Did my computer really just have a GPU crash? The second I said, game's running okay. The second I said it! Game's running fine. Boop, dead. That fucking timing. That fucking timing. Okay. Do I sound okay? Hold on, I only have my phone. Okay, good. Well, that's cool. I saw what happened. I looked down at my GPU tack to see how bad, like intense the game was running. I was like, how well is the game running? And I saw, oh yeah, it's barely even using my GPU. And the second I was about to say it, I saw it spike. I'm like, what the fuck? And the computer crashed. The fucking timing on that is absurd. Give me a second. That's fantastic. Thank you. Mute that input. Your analog buzzing noise. Oh, for fuck's sake. Give me a second. I gotta open my browser. I can't believe that just happened. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't know what caused it. It was just a GPU driver crash. I know it was, like, okay, here's the thing. The game's audio was still going, but, like, everything shut off. And when that happens, that usually just means the GPU is crashing. Which is fantastic. I just updated that driver. Maybe there's another update. I should look into that. I might update to the beta. I don't know. But, like, I feel like the GPU should be able to run a game that's this old fine. I've got so much shit open in Firefox that it tends to cause problems whenever you close and reopen it. Just give it a second. It'll go. Where's my chat? Where's the chat? Talk about timing. Okay, open game. I don't know if I think this game has autosave. What if my controller's player 2? I swear to God. Okay, good. Yeah. We already saw that. Well, that's unfortunate. Not even like a half hour, and then we're already getting crashes. Yeah. Is there autosave? Toggle autosaves. Oh. It doesn't tell me when the autosave actually. Oh wait, here we go. Fortress relay area. Is this it? Could not load system data. Continue anyway. Yes? And the game crashed. Okay. Right. What's going on here, Cold Steel? What's the problem? I'd rather not do that fight again if I don't have to, but, I mean, if the game's gonna shit on me like that, then I don't really think I have a choice. We a little unstable here? No, not new game. I guess I can't load these autosaves. Alright, well... What does that mean, could not load system data? What are you talking about? Oh, great! Alright, let's do it again! Fucking... thanks! I gotta do that fight again. Hell yeah. Can I skip cutscenes? No?
Where are we?
No? Oh, yeah, I can.
I welcome all challenges.
Alright, well, this fucking blows, huh?
Right.
What if I just, like... Yeah.
Very well.
Here we go. Go!
And one for me. Okay.
I just want to see how fast I can do this.
I'll handle this.
Right.
My turn.
Go!
Very well.
Leave it to me.
My turn.
I'm a little bummed that I gotta do this again,
My
but
turn.
whatever.
And open.
My turn.
It's not taking that long.
Of course.
I probably can't skip the intro again, can I? That's unfortunate. I need to, Okay, just do that. Oh, I can skip the intro. Okay, good. 5 months earlier! Yeah. It's fucking... How's the audio? I didn't even check. Oh, I have Firefox muted. How's the audio? I didn't even check. I'll check it in a second. I don't know. Fucking... I need to go mega fast. That's really shitty that the game had to crash there. I'm gonna save. Can I save? I need to be careful. Way to Thor's, yeah, okay. You can now view the thing. Let me save the game. Save. There. Okay, now we're good. Only took a few minutes. How's the audio? Only took a few minutes. Okay, I'm gonna... hopefully the game doesn't... Like, oh, the game didn't even crash. The game crashed my computer. So, please tell me that doesn't happen again. Yes, thank you. It was when I was standing in front of this. I swear if it happens, it's when I pan the camera left. I have no idea. Sounds like a great... Okay, so that's the second time within the span of like 45 seconds of me getting into the area that the game has crashed. What's going on here? I've never had this issue before with any game, really. Fucking... There's no new updates for my graphics card, so I... Google it? I guess I'm gonna have to. Give me a second. This kind of blows. Hopefully it's not like a system driver issue. This is really unfortunate, sorry. It was working fine until I got to that town. At least I saved. Like, I saved right before it crashed, so... Getting back to where I need to go shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just give Firefox a minute to open because I have a problem and I open way too many fucking tabs. Before I even start the game up again, I want to make sure that nothing weird is going to happen. I'm going to have to cut all this shit out, aren't I? Oh, good. Minimize all these fucking tabs. There we go. Okay. Technical difficulties are a staple of streams, of course. So, yay. And my browser's freaking the fuck out, disconnecting and reconnecting to the chat room. Thank you, Firefox. Okay, Trails of Cold Steel crashing. Make sure you're not running it on the wrong settings. What do you mean wrong settings? How can there be wrong? The game, like, my graphics card is perfectly capable of running anything. Fine. Game kept crashing for me every single time I launched it. Had to tone down the graphical settings a notch or two, and then the game ran fine. Okay, let me... The problem is when it crashes my entire system. So, hold on. Let me, like, lower the shadow settings, I guess? Configuration tool. It defaulted to shadow resolution being absurd. I'll just set it to high, I guess. I can summon? Fucking summon. I got nothing else to do right now. Summon him. The stream's gonna get copyright claimed anyway because of the intro. There it is! He has been summoned. Well, he's been summoned. That can only happen once per stream. I should probably up the point requirement on that, but I mean, it's good timing, because I'm fucking trying to do this thing. Oh, God, I'm gonna have to edit all this shit later, aren't I? Okay, so I lowered the settings, like, a lot. So, hopefully, it doesn't break! I did not mean to center OBS. No, I didn't mean to center fucking OBS. Where's my cursor? This game is really fucking finicky, ain't it? It doesn't even want me to tab out of the window. Okay. Please fucking work! I don't even care if the game looks worse. I don't give a shit. I just want it to work. Okay, I'm gonna stand in this town, and if it crashes again, then I might... we got a problem. Alright, it was in this spot. Game does not like this spot for some reason. I turned down the settings like a lot, you can even tell. Are we good? Okay, that might have fixed it. Apparently, if you put the settings at max, even if your graphics card can handle it, the game is just like, and then it crashes the graphics card. Okay, well, that's fucking great to know. It does, the anti-aliasing does look really shitty. Whatever. I've been streaming for an hour and I've done nothing. It seems okay now. Is my voice okay compared to game audio? I gotta check again. Oh, right, Firefox is muted. Nothing. It seems okay now. Is my voice okay? Okay, it's fine. Okie dokie! Well, that's fun. I guess the game's just gonna kind of look like shit, sorry. I mean, it doesn't look like shit, but it doesn't look good now. The store is littered with all sorts of gardening tools and products. There doesn't seem to be anything that's needed here. People are saying it's a shadow issue. I can probably raise the anti-aliasing a little bit I guess this is the town's bookstore. Some of these books seem like they'd be handy for studying, because, like, without anti-aliasing, like, Rain's pants. Ugh. No, I don't like that. Turn the game down a little bit? Okay. Set it to 25. Actually, wait, I didn't even check if the music... That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. The BGM went back up. I didn't want it to. There we go. Is that good? Yeah, because the music was way too loud earlier. Turning it down like by 2 notches was a good idea. So that's Thor's military academy. It's right in front of me, but the idea of attending such a prestigious school still feels like a dream. Played through this, the ending mindfucked me. Played through Sky, the ending mindfucked me. Trails is the king of mindfucking. The ending of Azure is a mega mindfuck. I love Azure. Azure is my favorite game in the series, as far as I can deduce. Head to Thor's military academy. I'm assuming I need to go this way. Please don't crash. Please don't fucking crash.
I shall take my leave here, milady. I pray you find victory here in both your studies and your training.
Which ones have you played? All of them up to this. So, Sky 1, 2, 3, and then Crossbell 1, 2. I've been playing them in order.
Thank you, Klaus. I'm leaving everything in your hands while Father is away.
That anti-alias thing is actually kind of distracting.
Understood, milady. Oh, please excuse my rudeness, young sir. It truly is a splendid day, is it not? The start of a new chapter in the lives of so many promising youths.
I'm playing it Sky 2 on hard, and I regret my decision. Yep! I did the same thing. Because I was like, Sky 1 isn't that hard. And then I was like, I'll try hard mode. This is the biggest fucking mistake I've ever made in my life.
Allow me to express my sincerest congratulations on your admittance into this fine academic institution.
Oh. Thank you very much. I'm guessing he's a butler? He certainly looks the part.
I'll give you a tip. Get insta death magic. Get Death Scream. If you can get Death Scream, I don't know how far you are into the game, but if you can get Death Scream and grind on palms with it, you'll be fine. But like if you only just started, then that will probably take you a while.
That means the girl with him must have been a noble. She did have a certain dignity about her. I wonder if she's from a famous military family or something.
Yeah, the difficulty ramp up from normal to Sky first chapter, to normal to Sky second chapter is absurd, apparently. I blame
this is it.
I blame the Steam forums for telling me, yeah, it's not that hard. Shut up, Steam forums. Fuck you. Yeah, I platinumed Persona 4 Golden first try, first playthrough. It wasn't that hard. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. No, you didn't.
Thor's Military Academy.
The dust monster that drains health in first hit. Yeah. Yeah, that was not fun. That actually took me a while to get through. I think I was, like, I had to give Chloe a different orbment.
Legendary Emperor Drycles himself.
I should probably not talk over the game. Beep, beep. Oh my god, yeah, that shadow resolution! It was like that before anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Did the wheel...
Thank you for your patience, sir. We've arrived at the academy.
The wheel just, like, changed its position.
Much obliged.
Who says much obliged? Oh, I guess he does. The noblest of nobles. Whoever, what's his name again? I forget. Juices. Yeah, his name's Juices.
Please, if you'll allow me to take your luggage.
That won't be necessary. I prefer to avoid standing out too much.
But, sir...
This isn't open for debate. Take whatever rest you need, then return to Bereahard.
As you wish. I shall be departing then, sir. May your time spent in these hallowed halls be all you've hoped for. Please take care of yourself.
He's just like Chloe, I think, but he's a dude. He's kind of rude.
Wow.
He's got a bad
A
attitude.
limousine. And one of Reinford's fanciest models, too. Looks like even Erebonia's upper crust send their children here.
Reen, why is it playing the audio as if you're talking in your head, but your mouth is moving as if you're saying it out loud? I'm gonna save again, because I'm scared. I'm very scared right now. Oh, I'm level 3. You're telling me in like 5 months I go from level 3 to level 49? You know what? Yeah, that's believable.
Welcome to Thor's Military Academy. Let's see. Yes, you're the last of them. That'd make you Reen Schwarzer, right?
Yes, that's me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I've still got Schwarzer in my head, not Schwarz. Schwarzer. Schwarz.
But how do you know me?
It's a long story. Don't sweat the details right now.
Is that your weapon you've got wrapped up? I'll need to hold on to that for the time being.
Oh, right. It mentioned something about that in the guidebook.
Thanks. You should be able to return it to you before long. You'll hardly even miss it.
The entrance ceremony is going to be held in the auditorium. Just head straight back. You can't miss it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your first day at Thor's.
I've already heard so many voice actors and actresses that I feel like I recognize, but I can't really recall where they're from.
We're glad to have you. I hope these next 2 years will be a fruitful time for you.
I know Reen has done some anime stuff. His voice actor, that is, I think.
I guess those two must be second years? That girl definitely looked younger than me, though. And what was that about me being the last? I'm not seriously the very last student to check in, am I? Sounds like it's about time for the ceremony to start, though. Well, here's to the start of a great 2 years.
I just realized how weird the design of his jacket. I don't even want to call it a blazer. That jacket, it's like a cooking. It's like a chef's uniform almost. Like it's got the double button thing going on. And it's got giant, like, wedding cuffs.
Now, if I may, I'd like to say a few words in closing about this Academy's illustrious history. Thor's Military Academy was founded almost 220 years ago. Its founder, as I'm sure you're all aware, was none other than the great Emperor Dreichels. The very same emperor who ended the War of the Lions and returned prosperity to the Erebonian Empire.
Don't military vests have double buttons? Do they? I don't think so. Maybe some do? There are so many different military uniforms in the US that I have no idea, honestly.
30 years after becoming emperor, in the later years of his life, he opened the doors of this institution. It was to be a place where young people like yourselves could learn the art of war. But with the mechanization of the military, many of our graduates now pursue careers outside the army. Our mission, however, remains the same: to prepare our students to fulfill Emperor Dreichels' famous mandate. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. Though much has happened these past 2¼ centuries, the world is still the domain of the young.
You just keep rounding that up, don't you? Almost 220 years old. 2¼ centuries. You just added like 7 years, dude.
Yet still the question remains: what qualities must one possess to become a part of its foundation?
20 is a fifth, not a quarter.
I hope this credo will serve as a guide and an inspiration to you during your 2 years at this academy. Go forth, my students. The world awaits the great things you will one day accomplish.
This guy grows facial hair like I do.
The foundation of the world, huh?
It doesn't connect. Like the mustache and the beardo.
No pressure, right?
No kidding. Though, this is Dreikel's the Lionheart we're talking about. He didn't earn his nickname by taking the easy road. Guess we've got more to worry about than just passing exams, huh?
I guess we do.
This guy's got a red uniform on. What does that mean? Elliot Craig.
I'm Elliot Craig. Nice to meet you.
Rean Schwarzer. Hey, looks like we're sporting the same school fashion.
Yeah, no idea what the red uniform is supposed to mean, though. Most of the other students are wearing green. Well, except for the ones in the white uniforms. Those must be the nobles.
Looks that way. Though...
Something wrong?
Nah, just thinking to myself.
And that brings us to the close of Thor's 215th entrance ceremony. Next, please proceed to the class designated in your guidebook. There, you will go over the school rules as well as your class's curriculum.
Noble-looking man, what's your name? Because the last time I saw a pair of glasses and a mustache like that,
That is all. Dismissed!
There's no way.
The class designated in our guidebook? I don't remember seeing anything like that.
There wasn't any information on that in mine, either. I just assumed they'd tell us where to go after the ceremony.
All right, students in red uniforms, if I can have your attention, please.
If this is Gun Sword Lady, I think I like her. I like her attitude. Yep, it's her. I like her.
By now, you're probably all confused. Where's my class assignment, you're probably thinking.
Also, what the fuck is with your outfit? It's fucking belt?
That's perfectly
Leather belt.
understandable.
4 strength, 4
Situation
stam.
is a little more complicated than the other students. But before I explain, I'd like all of you to join me for a special orienteering exercise.
What?
Did you mean an orientation exercise?
Worry not. Everything will be made clear soon enough. Now, right this way, if you would.
It's a very practical outfit, yep. That's how I'll word it. Yep.
Looks like we're gonna have to follow her if we want any answers.
What a pain.
What do you think this is all about?
I have no idea, but we're not going to accomplish anything just standing around here. We should go with her.
Soon enough, my ass. Does this have the same problem as every other massive RPG where it takes like 6 hours to actually do anything? That's fine. Whatever. I'm used to it at this point. RPGs have made me a more patient person to an extent. Doesn't mean that I'm a patient person in general, but, like, I used to be, like, really bad. And then video games came along.
What is this place?
Is there going to be a giant mechanical centaur under this school, too?
Why is there a building this dilapidated on campus? It looks like it should have been torn down ages ago.
She's great. I like this character.
What does she even want us to do here?
Is she ever gonna tell us what's going on?
The glasses, the green hair. It's Duddles Jr.
I suppose we'll just have to go inside and see for ourselves what awaits us.
This place looks like some old haunted mansion or something.
That only makes it better, Elliot.
Now that you mention it, it kinda does. I think this is everyone I've seen with a red uniform so far. I guess we really are part of the same class then.
Seriously, I would live in an old haunted-looking mansion if I could. I want Luigi's Mansion to be real, and I want to live in it.
So, these are our new underclassmen, huh?
Yep. They've got a different set of hoops to jump through than we did, though.
Wait, you're a student? Why are you wearing like a black bodysuit?
I'm just happy all our work's paying off. I'd hate to have put in a year's worth of effort for nothing.
Ain't that the truth? Wait, when did you do any work? You were just slacking off the whole time.
Says the master slacker. Still, looks like Elisa's got some stiff competition. Quite a bevy of beauties they've got there. And I'm looking forward to getting intimately acquainted with each and every one of them.
Oh no, we got Olivier 2.0 here.
Oh, you know one of them?
Wait. No, not these ones too. Stop flirting with every damn girl you lay eyes on. Do you have any idea how many guys at this school have gotten their hearts broken because of your libido?
Did you just sneer at me?
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Come on now, no fighting, you two.
No fighting! Daddy, I want it black!
Well, look who finally made it. Nice work.
You got our little chickadees all sorted out, I take it?
Yep, they're all bright-eyed and ready to go. So from here on out, we're gonna have to give it all we've got to support this fledgling class.
Now you sound the part of the student council president.
Guess she's going all in.
Well, they'd be in for a pretty rough time if we didn't help out a little. At least to start with, anyway. Everything's ready over there, right?
You know, for this being like, I'm assuming this is Falcom's first like heavily voice acted game. This is pretty fucking good.
You betcha. Just like the instructor asked.
I thought the voice acting would be a little more hokey. I mean, some of it was in the beginning, but it sounds pretty good, actually.
Can't help but feel a little sorry for them, though.
Same here. They've got no idea what they're being tossed into. The class they've been picked for didn't even exist before this year. Guess all we can do is watch and see what they're made of, right?
Does the class's name have the word special support and section in it, perhaps? Any one of those words. Just curious, game. You should tell me, game. This class is gonna kind of be like the Bracer. I'm assuming this, like, really kind of departs from the whole Bracer thing, at least to an extent. Because from what I recall, Erebonia doesn't really... I mean, they have them, but they're not, like...
The name's Sarah
You know.
Valstein.
Sarah Valstein?
I'm the instructor in charge of Class 7, which means you get the pleasure of seeing me all year. Glad to finally meet you.
Wait, Class 7?
Us? I'm not sure I understand. I wasn't told anything about this at enrollment.
Excuse me, Instructor Sarah? I was under the impression that there were only 5 classes at this academy, and that students were split among them based on their social class and home region.
Right you are, Miss Top Scorer on the Thor's entrance exam. Students in each year are divided into 5 classes, 2 for the nobility and 3 for commoners. And it's been that way for ages, right up through last year. But this year, we decided to shake things up a little.
What do you...
We now have a 6th class. Fittingly titled, Class 7.
What?
And in Class 7, we recognize no distinction between nobles and commoners.
Windows 8. Windows 10.
Wait, you just jumped straight from 5 to 7?
You're really putting nobles and commoners in the same class?
This must be some kind of joke. And why is this the first I've heard of it?
Well,
Machias Regnitz.
Machias?
And with all due respect, Instructor, it's ludicrous to intermix nobles and commoners like this.
I'm assuming he's a noble.
Must I be forced to spend my next 2 years shoulder to shoulder with those arrogant, stuck-up hedonists?
Oh, never mind. I shouldn't assume things about people.
You do know I'm not the one who made the decision, right? Besides, what's the big deal anyway? You're all kids. Can't you all just get along or something?
I like this teacher.
Just get along? And how would you propose we do that? And what's your problem?
Oh, nothing much. I just find the irony of your behavior rather humorous.
Is that so? It seems the scion of some noble house has left the comfort of his mansion to grace the unwashed masses with his wisdom. Please, milord, do share your esteemed name with us so I can give you all the respect you deserve.
I thought he said Steam name, like Steam username. I'm like, oh yeah, my Steam username.
Eustace Alberea.
It's Eustace.
Not that I'd expect the name of an arrogant, stuck-up hedonist to lodge itself in that hard head of yours.
He's from one of the 4 great houses.
The son of Duke Alberea, lord of the Kreutzen province in the southeast.
Well, you don't get much more noble than that.
It's so nice that I don't even have to attempt to pronounce these words. Thank you, game.
I'd heard the rumors.
That's me.
Do you expect me to be impressed? Your family lineage means nothing to me. I'll never bend my knee to the likes of...
Okay, that's enough.
A lot of tension.
I'm sure a couple of you have a few grievances, but now's not the time. I'll hear your complaints later. Right now, you've got your orienteering exercise, and far be it from me to keep you from our fun little icebreaker.
You mentioned this orienteering exercise earlier. What exactly does that involve?
It's a form of outdoor competition, isn't it? Something like a cross between a map-reading exercise and a scavenger hunt?
Is that why they asked us to hand over our weapons at the gate?
Nothing gets by you, does it?
Okay, you're moonwalking. I recognize her voice from something.
But I don't want to spoil the fun, so let's get started.
If you
shall
summon
we?
a fucking robot centaur, I swear to God.
Huh?
Don't do it.
Oh, crap.
What?
Yeah, just go for it. Whatever. Why do you have a grappling hook? Why do you have a
Come
grappling
on,
hook?
Fee. No cheating. You're going with them, and that's that. What's the point in having an icebreaker if you don't make a couple of new friends?
Lame.
Yeah, that's me. Lame.
Oh, what just happened?
The floor gave out from under us.
I can't believe I fell for such an obvious trap.
How the hell do your boots work? How do you bend your knees?
Does this mean there's a series of catacombs beneath the school grounds then?
There's always something under the school.
What does that woman think she's playing at?
Why do you have, like, a grappling hook and you jump like a
My
superhero?
heart was gonna jump out of my chest. Hey, Reen, are you okay?
Easy now. Hands where she can see them.
Come on, man. You have to dump every single trope into my face.
Oh, what happened?
What, is she gonna slap him now?
Huh? You pervert!
Well, this is a bit awkward.
Don't do it.
I'm really sorry.
Don't do it. You're gonna do it.
Still, I'm just glad you're okay. That's what's really important here, right?
Here it comes. Yep. God damn it. Come on, man.
Wow, it's just not your day, is it?
Well, now that I've hit the bottom, things can only improve. I hope.
You didn't hit the bottom. You hit the opposite of the bottom. The top, the upper air. Never mind. What is this, like the sealed tomb that I have to pick my Final Fantasy V weapons to go kill X-Death with?
What is this place anyway?
I was wondering the same thing. We should check out those tables.
I should restream FF5 one of these days, too. There's too many games.
Is this?
I mean, not this year. Too many games got canceled because of COVID, but you know. There are too many games.
It's coming from the devices we received with the Academy guidebook.
Seems to be some sort of portable orbment.
Right you are. These handy little devices are a special kind of battle orbment.
Is that Miss Valentine?
So, these devices have built-in communications functionality then?
Yeah, the special support section and other, like, the Bracer Guild and the support section and the regular police only had just gotten them when they were first, like, introduced. So they would be new to them, too, wouldn't it? Around this time period.
Wait, don't tell me these things are...
New model battle orbments made through a partnership between the Epstein Foundation and Reinford Company.
Epstein?
Newly made 5th generation battle orbments, in fact. They're called Arcus units.
Arcus.
So these are battle orbments. That means they'll allow us to use arts, right?
Sure will. Just set a quartz into one of its slots and you can use arts all the livelong day. Which is why I've prepared enough quartz for each and every
I mean, only if you expand your slots all the way, though. Because you need enough EP to do that. I'm assuming there are quartz in those.
The weapons you brought are all here too. Each packaged neatly along a little box containing a quartz. Find yours, and try setting the quartz into your Arcus.
Going to assume that's Rain's. Because he's got the long, thin katana. Because this is an anime game, and there needs to be a katana in
suppose
it.
it can't hurt to try.
What is this woman thinking?
Let's see. Mine is...
Oh, I see mine over there. Let me just go grab it, okay?
Why do I get the feeling that this character has, like, some giant... Yeah, he's going to the big box. He's got, like, some kind of gun or something. Is it going to have a chainsaw attached to it? Perhaps an axe as well. Chainsaw, axe, gun, blade. With a laser sight. Master Quartz. Force.
What's this?
That's called a Master Quartz. If you set that into the large slot in the center of your Arcus, you'll be able to use arts. Go on, give it a try.
Yeah. If it works the same... Oh, there's more orbments, actually. Oh, that's nice. Because in Azure, your center quartz slot is sacrificed for the Master Quartz. So there was, like, a trade-off, but now there's, like, 8 slots and a Master Quartz slot. So you got 9 slots instead of 6? That's pretty fucking good. It's also going to make it really easy to actually do anything. Battle Ornament, Quartz, Crystal, Circuit. Right, okay, so they still level up the same way. Set Master Quartz into Arcus. Killing enemies restores craft points. Like, more than usual? Because that kind of is already a thing that happens. It's a good strength increase. Sort of. I mean, when when it levels up, it'll be an even bigger one. Unless that's... I don't know if that's max level or if that's next level. I'm not sure. Next level games!
What in the world?
That light means that you've successfully synchronized with your Arcus.
I really like the Master Quartz system. I like the simplicity of the Sky system. I think second and third chapter did the Quartz system the best, in my opinion, just because you have so much access to so many different arts. The Master Quartz system in Azure felt like it felt like something that was new. It was cool, but it wasn't really that expanded upon. I'm assuming they expand upon it a lot in this game.
Congratulations! Now you can use arts as much as you want. These Arcus units have plenty more nifty features. but I wouldn't want to bombard you with too much info all at once.
I gotta
So we'll cover those another time.
turn up the anti-aliasing in a minute.
Since you've got your Arcus all set up and ready to go, here's what I want you to do.
You know, no, I'll wait till the end of the stream. I'll do it after the stream, and then I'll do some
When
testing.
you step through that door, you'll be in an underground testing area. Basically, it's a dungeon.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty large and full of twists and turns. I'd almost guarantee you'll get lost at least once. But when you find the exit, you'll be able to return to the first floor of this old schoolhouse. There are monsters wandering around, though, so don't let your guard down, even for a moment. With all that said, let's commence our special orienteering exercise. Your objective is to make your way through this area and back to the surface.
Is orienteering a word, or did you just, like, alter orientation?
Make it back in one piece, and I'll be happy to field any complaints you might have. If you make it back safely, I might even give you a kiss. Free of charge. On the cheek, of course.
This is a good teacher. Miss Kasawagi, not Kasawagi.
I don't think she's joking.
Come on, Juices, let's go. I know it's useless, but Juices is
Where
funny.
do you think you're going? Were you planning to wander off on your own without saying anything?
I have no interest in becoming friends with anyone here. And I'm surprised that you, of all people, give a damn what I do.
Yeah, Eustace is kind of an asshole.
Unless you've suddenly decided you do want to keep company with one of those stuck-up hedonists after all.
They're both assholes.
Still, if you're afraid of the monsters, I suppose I could accompany you. After all, what kind of Erebonian noble would I be if I didn't have at least some degree of prowess with a sword? And noblesse oblige dictates that it's my sacred duty to protect powerless commoners such as yourself.
What the hell? Nobody's asking your high excellency to deign to help us.
I'm learning so many new words.
But if that's how you're gonna be, I'll just find my way out of here before you. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself without some relic of an outdated class still dragging me down.
You gotta breathe in so, like, so close into the mic, man.
What should we do?
The only thing we can do. We should begin exploring these ruins ourselves.
Yeah, I ship him.
I believe it would be prudent to remain in small groups, however. Would the two of you have any objections to accompanying me?
Oh, no, that's fine.
It would be a huge help, actually.
And you're welcome to join us as...
Alright, bye-bye.
Well-
Yep, that's me.
I suppose that's a no. Perhaps we'll run into her along the way, and
I
she
like
can
her.
join us then.
I don't know who she is, but I like her.
So, shall we be off? I'm certain you gentlemen will be fine, but do take care.
Okay.
No girls allowed. If you'll excuse us, please.
Get out of my fucking treehouse, Mom! Can't you see the sign? Oh my god!
Not such a hot first impression there, huh?
You can say that again. I'll have to clear things up with her later. Anyway, how do you guys want to do this? Should the three of us stick together too?
I was really hoping that it would subvert the trope, but no, I just had to fucking go along with it.
Sounds good to me. I'd get pretty anxious wandering around a place like this alone.
No objections here. I'd be happy to accompany you. I don't believe I've introduced myself yet.
Does he have-
My name is Gaius Warzel.
He's using a pole arm?
I just arrived in the Empire, so any help you can offer would be much appreciated.
Oh, so you're from abroad. I'd been wondering. My name's Reen Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Elliot Craig. So, you fight with that?
Of course. Why else would I be carrying it?
Oh yeah, that's a halberd.
It's a spear, but
Or
it has
speared.
that odd cross-shaped head.
Doesn't that make it a halberd? No, a halberd is like a spear with an axe on it.
It looks kind of awesome.
But halberd is a cool name, so I'm just gonna call it that anyway.
Think of it as combining the best parts of a spear and a poleaxe. I was pretty handy with it back home. But speaking of weapons, I have to say, yours looks pretty unique.
Nice Fire Emblem weapon.
Oh, this thing.
Is it a staff? Wait, no. It's an ornament, isn't it?
It's an
Both,
ornament
actually.
staff.
It's an orbital staff. The tech is pretty recent. This one's still a prototype, more or less.
How the hell does he even have it? I thought Tio was the only one testing. Never mind.
Back during enrollment, they told me I had some aptitude for it. So when it came time to choose, I just sort of ran with it.
Because the girl has one too. I don't know.
Interesting. I've never seen anything like it before.
Can't say I have either.
They're still in development, apparently, so there aren't too many around just yet. But that said, I'm curious about what you've got there, Reen.
Oh, my sword?
Nice sword, Kirito.
Yeah, but what kind of sword is it?
You have a green one too?
It's different from the kinds of swords I thought the people in the Empire used, though.
It's an Eastern style of saber called Itachi. Any way you slice it, though, it's basically a longsword.
Hitachi?
Wow, that's one beautiful blade.
The craftsmanship looks exceptional.
They're renowned for the layering of their steel and the sharpness of their edge.
Isn't that a myth with katana? Like the folding steel technique, yeah, it's cool, but like from what I understand, it's like kind
I'm
of.
still a little hesitant to be swinging around something this dangerous.
It doesn't add much in terms of durability, even. In fact, I think there's a thing saying that it makes them more brittle.
Seriously? If that's what hesitant looks like, I'll bet confidence will make you unstoppable.
Well, you sound like a good guy to have around when the going gets tough. Speaking of which, I think we've been standing around long enough.
Yeah, you're all just kind of
be getting ourselves into trouble.
like standing there posing with your weapon. I mean, it's not that unrealistic. If we all had cool weapons, I'd probably be posing with them too, to be honest
I think
with
I
you.
can manage that. You saw it yourselves. Trouble has a way of dropping in on me. Let's take it slow and steady, though. We need to adapt to each other's fighting styles to really gel as a team.
Got it.
Jowl? Okay, first things first. Oh, god damn it. You can change the character leader by the party menu. Yeah, this is similar. I need to read these because I know there's gonna be differences, but like, I'm fucking impatient, man. Yeah, the games have made me more patient, except for this. Okay, you can press A to attack enemies on the field. Triple advantage, walk into a fainted enemy. Double advantage, walk into a stunned enemy. What do you mean fainted enemy? How do you faint an enemy? I have no idea. Oh wait, no, okay, maybe it means stunned, like you hit it and then you run around to the back and hitting it from behind gives you faint, because when I did attack it, it did hurt them before. I'm saving again because I'm terrified that the game is going to crash any second.
Yikes! A monster!
What? What is this, Mementos?
Never seen this kind before.
Looks like a flying feline. Careful, everyone.
Flying feline. As if that is in any way normal. Well, in this universe, I suppose it is. Turn order! Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. At least this game actually tells you which thing does what. That's nice. Arts can be cast without casting... Oh, that's new. I like that tile. 0 art time. That's really cool.
My turn.
Okay, I have no crafts. I have no arts. Alright, just go hit them. I have no arts. I put in a Master Quartz.
Leave it to me.
I have EP. I don't know. Just hit the cat until it dies. Do I have a healer? No. Miss! That line has just devolved into its own sound. It doesn't even sound like the Mario Party thing anymore. Because every time I say it, it's in a more aggravated tone than last.
My turn!
Get that extra sepith from this. Yeah.
It's my turn.
Right.
Go.
It's my turn. I go where the wind takes me.
Please tell me there aren't more of those things lurking around.
That is a nice battle theme. I like that. It's not as good as Azor's. I don't think anything is going to be as good as Azor's battle theme, like in any game ever. But that's pretty good.
I hate to tell you, but I can sense more further in.
It's hard to top literal perfection.
Anyway, let's just stay alert.
You can now view the Active Voice and Monster Guide tabs. Active Voice records list the last 50 active voice lines heard, allowing you to reread them or listen to them again. Okay, I was gonna say, like, is there gonna be a way for me to do that? Fighting a given type of enemy gradually unlocks information about them. The Battle Scope item will let you... Okay. Oh, Elliot's kind of short. He looked like he was the same height as Rain. I kind of miss the art next to the text box. I'm such a fucking, like, snob when it comes to that kind of stuff. But, like, having, like, 2D art...
Seems to be a treasure chest here.
Would have been neat. Needle shot. Another quartz. We can set that into our Arcus units. Nope. Most likely, give it a shot. You see, they're like, yeah, you can put it in your Arcus unit, but all my slots are shut. Wait, no, one of them might be open, actually, now that I think about it. Aqua Bleed. This is different. Quartz that increase your stats. Quartz that enable you to use specific arts. That's new. Huh. Quartz designed only to give you a specific art? That's very new. Like, does it have a value? Or is that not how it works? Huh? Is the value thing, like, not a thing in this game? That's... interesting. Huh. I kind of miss that. I know some people don't like the way Sky and Crossbow work when it comes to, like, having to get certain values for certain spells. I actually really like it. It requires you to strategize when it comes to what spells you want. Unless you're using someone with a single line orbment. Then you just give them everything. And they become, like, powerhouses that are unimaginably strong. Is that? It looks like an orbment charging station. Is that what those are? I just thought it was the magical healing pole. That you touch it goes boop and you are healed. If you encounter one, walk up to it and press the A button. This could be a lifesaver if we find ourselves flagging after a tough battle. We should come back here and rest if we need to. You mean right now? Because I was thinking right now. Because I have no way to heal at the moment. What's that? Can I break these? Yeah, I can. Glad they kept that mechanic. These look like the eggs, except they're not eggs anymore. I don't think physical attacks are going to be very effective against that monster. I think you're right. We'll need to rely on arts this time. Got it. Actually, attacking with my herbal staff here basically has the same effect as an art. If worst comes to worst, I should just be able to run up and smack it. I guess we're counting on you to lead the charge, then. Here goes nothing, so I should switch to him. He's kind of short, isn't he? Okie dokie. Attack arts. Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Here we go.
But how do I analyze the enemies without... I need a battle scope, I guess. Oh, that's how. Okay. Leak to fire.
Arcus, activate.
Water will hurt them.
All right.
Air, it'll hurt them. Kinda. I wonder if healing arts are gonna work in a similar way. Okay, yeah, no, completely useless.
My turn.
I go where the wind takes me.
I'm already lost. Here, let me... 3D maps and me do not mix well. Anytime you incorporate height into a map, I'm like, ugh. I immediately just, like, lose all sense of direction.
I'm starting to lose my sense of direction down here.
That's what I said!
Yeah, gotta make sure we're not going in circles.
He gets me. An insectoid monster, huh? Looks like its shell can take a pretty real beating. Can take a real beating. Might be pretty tough to take it down. We need to keep our wits up against this one. We should probably get everything we've got, and crafts included, and see what works best. It's a bug. It's a big boy bug.
The wind's behind us. Let's go.
Oh, there's a lot of them. This shows how particular an enemy is to be afflicted with a particular status ailment. Oh, there's a number value assigned to it. Death blow, nightmare. What's a nightmare? Huh. That's new. You got a lot of them, huh? Vanish is still in this game? Fantastic. I do sure love that Vanish. Ugh.
There!
Right.
You have good crafts? Support medium.
Leave it to me.
He doesn't have multi-hit arts, so... Meh. Ooh, a line attack for this will be really good.
Miss! My turn.
My turn.
Actually, what is needle shot? No.
There.
I don't have S-crafts yet. Yeah, I don't have any S-crafts yet. That's a shame. Can I, like... I'm used to the LNR buttons being the way that you turn the camera. Like, I'm not used to the right analog stick actually being used in these games. Usually it's just here for me to do this.
Right.
My turn.
Early game, the Orbital Staff is pretty good. Always has been.
There.
Vanish is relatively rare. Not the last games.
All right.
Oh, we did it.
See, whenever I see like a group of enemies grouped together like that, oh god, Fubar's closed. I just immediately think of this song. I did not want to start Fubar in safe mode, no. See, now the joke is ruined. Because now Fubar is taking forever to... I think of this fucking song. This fucking nightmare of a song. It's such a good song, but I only have bad memories associated with it.
Elliot, are you okay?
I don't see any obvious injuries.
I'm okay. I was just so relieved the fight was over. The strength kind of just left my legs.
What's that song from? It's the mini-boss theme from Second Chapter. If you're playing Second Chapter, you're gonna get really well acquainted with it. Oh, it's a great song, but holy shit.
I'm amazed how calm you two are.
If you're playing on hard mode,
oh
boy.
Or worried or anything.
I guess I'm just used to fighting monsters like these.
You need a hand?
No, I'll be fine. It was just a momentary lapse on my part. I can get up.
I'm gonna warn you, if you see a penguin, see any kind of penguin boss in Second Chapter, run away.
And There we go.
Look out.
Elliot!
What?
Oh, there's a big boy coming. Wait, no, it's the same one. It's just up there instead. Is that where you put the funny sentry?
No!
The sentry is here, and it is funny.
What?
Looks like I made it just in time. Thank Adios for that.
Idios? It's not Idios? Adios. That's weird. It's saying it wrong the whole time. He's got a gun. That's just a gun. You just have a shotgun?
Oh, it's you.
You said your name was Machias, right?
Why does an orbital shotgun need a pump on it?
That's right.
I'm legitimately curious. Like, what does it do? You're not loading shells
I came to
in.
realize that I shouldn't have just stormed off like I did. I let that arrogant noble goad me into losing my composure, acting on impulse.
Is it like a super soaker? Like you gotta build up the pressure to shoot the orbman? I don't know.
So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I acted foolishly, and I hope you can forgive me for it.
No sweat. Water under the bridge.
Yeah, we all have moments when we say or do things we regret. That's human nature for you. Oh, and thanks for saving me, by the way.
I'm just glad I happened to be passing by. After I'd cooled my head, I decided to retrace my steps, and there you were. Is it just the three of you here?
Dude, trigger discipline. Take your fucking finger off the trigger.
Yeah, we stood around talking for a while, so the others are probably ahead of us at this point.
I don't think there's any reason to go back any farther. I can't imagine you'll find anyone there.
I see.
Dude's just gonna accidentally shoot it in the corner.
I don't suppose you'd mind if I came with you, would you? I'm reasonably skilled with a gun, so you might find it useful having me along.
Reasonably skilled with a gun, you say as you just lay your finger on the trigger. Like I'm just saying.
Sure thing. Welcome aboard.
Maybe fucking don't do that.
The name's Rean Schwarzer.
I'm Elliot Craig. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Gaius Warzel. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure's mine, I assure you. My name is Machias Regnitz. Could I ask you what social class you each belong to?
I knew that was coming. Here it comes.
I realize how that must sound, considering my recent outburst. But please, don't take it personally. I'm simply curious to know who I'm associating with.
I'm definitely not classist, so you should just tell me what class you're in.
Well, both my parents are commoners.
Likewise. Though my homeland has no class system to begin with.
I'm with Gaius, yeah, fuck that.
Ah, so you're from abroad then? What about you, Rean?
Well...
Alright, what's he gonna be?
Let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins.
I don't believe him.
So I guess we're all in equal standing here.
Well, now that's a relief. We should probably get moving then. I'm somewhat concerned about the girls, as you might imagine. I'd feel much better if we were around to help if they wound up in danger.
Oh. You wouldn't happen to be a nice guy, would you, Machias?
Yeah, I suppose there's strength in numbers.
All right, let's go.
He seems like a nice guy. Okay, so he's a gun user. I don't know what having a shotgun entails. Never got Sergei to really join my party or anything. Yep, that's the Metroid Prime map.
It's my turn.
There! Right! Eat that!
It's just straight up a shotgun. Yeah.
Eat that!
You're not even holding it right. The shoulder thing is supposed to go into your shoulder. Man, he reasonably skilled my ass. No trigger discipline, doesn't know how to hold it right. If you were to hold a shot, if you were to hold a shotgun like this, especially like an 8 gauge, that would like knock you over.
It's a giant trapdoor in a campus building.
Them things got lots of recoil. There, yeah, I love it.
Now's our chance.
I love doing that. How many can I hit at once? I guess that many.
There.
It's my turn.
Not bad. Still no S-Craft. I'm starting off the fight with stat ups. I'm assuming that's Master Quartz going on there. He doesn't really have a lot, that I can make use of right now.
It's my turn.
He seems more like a healer. Break shot, needle shot. Okay, so he kind of functions like Noel a little bit. Yeah.
My turn.
That's good. I actually like having Noel for early game stuff.
My turn.
It's really helpful.
There.
The attacks don't seem like they're limited to a grid.
Right.
Like, what happens when I move? There is no grid. This is revolutionary. You can't just get rid of the grid.
Leave it to me.
That's like illegal or something. My grid. My armor.
My turn.
Especially because it kind of looks like there should be a grid with the tiles on the ground.
Go.
It's my turn. Eat that.
So how does movement work in this game? Is there movement
We did it.
that you alter, or is it fixed now? Like, can you just move wherever? I don't know.
Great.
I did it.
These are some fucking...
Just getting started.
No. I was gonna say they're heavily inflated stats already, but no, I was misreading. I thought HP was attack. I like it when RPGs have less inflated stats. It makes it feel like you're really accomplishing something when you actually, level up. I like Paper Mario's way of doing things. Where you start out with like 10 HP.
My turn. There.
Right.
You're really not that useful to me right now. Like, when I need him to heal, he'll be useful. You don't have aerial yet. This guy seems like he'll be really strong, but he also has wind-locked slots, I'm assuming. Which is, interesting. Oh, that's magic. Magic only.
Arcus activate.
Here we go. Arcus, activate.
Actually, no, Needle Shot isn't going to do anything, is it? Oh, no, yeah, it will.
Is everybody okay?
It's based off of boundaries. Oh, like the ring that shows up? Okay. It's a little more arbitrary, I would think, though, when it comes to, like, if you're up your movement stat, how does that just affect... I don't know how much that increases. Because with the prior games, when I have movement 7, I can move 7 tiles. And it was very distinct, and I can understand how it works exactly. I wish I had multicast magic. I know this is the beginning of the game, but give me my fucking multicast magic.
Leave it to me.
I want aerial.
My turn. Arcus, activate. There's no time to waste.
And there's no time to lose. Who says that again? I don't even remember. Am I lost already? Yeah. Kinda.
Stay on guard and don't get cocky.
Man, they're making me fight a lot of enemies, aren't they?
Right.
It's my turn.
Leave it to me.
I think that line attack petrifies enemies. That's really nice, actually.
Go.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Can I get all of them? No. I can petrify that one, though.
My turn.
Go.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Man, I can't just hold down the button and go. That's a
My
shame.
turn.
That was like the best part about Crossbell games. You just hold down ZR and A, and it just does everything for you. I miss that.
We meet again.
That slow head turn. Oh, you use a bow? I won't miss. Lame.
Good to see you guys are hanging in there.
I'm glad the 4 of you are unharmed as well.
What is that bow? Why does it have like a handle on it?
Well, it seems you've cooled your head a bit at least.
Yes, I've calmed down now.
Also, I just realized how stupid an orbital bow actually sounds. Wait a minute, what does it shoot? Why does it have why is it a bow if it has no string? Never mind. We'll see how it works, I suppose.
At any rate, I don't believe I've introduced myself yet, have I?
Your boots make no sense, Laura.
I'm Laura S. Arcade, from the town of Legram. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Huh. Legram?
That's down on the southeastern outskirts of the Empire, isn't it?
Correct. It's an old castle town on the shores of Lake Ebble. We're connected to the rest of the country by train, but other than that, it's a fairly remote region.
That name sounds so familiar. Wait, so your father would be...
Yes, my father is Viscount Arcade, Lord of Legram. Do you take issue with that?
No, not at all.
Machias, was it? I can only speak for myself, but I don't feel I've ever done anything to bring shame upon myself in Adios' eyes.
That's weird! Weird! Adios.
And I fully believe the same to be true of my father.
I feel like it should have an E if you pronounce it like that instead of an A. I don't know. English is
Please,
a stupid language.
I'm sorry if I, say, I don't believe we've been introduced.
I'm Emma Milstein.
I like how it has to like have her sit there for a second not saying anything.
Like Laura, I come from a distant region of the Empire. I was only able to attend Thor's thanks to a scholarship, in fact.
Like I just imagine her in her head going, okay, fucking here we go, gotta do this shit.
It's very nice to meet you.
A scholarship? Indeed. Now that you mention it, our instructor did say yours was the top score on the entrance exam. To think I was outdone. By a girl, no less.
This fucking guy.
You must be quite the prodigy.
Maybe it seems like it now, but really, I'm not. I don't have any training in the martial arts either, so this is the weapon they recommended for me.
Where do you keep
Cool.
that?
You got an orbital staff too. Yours looks different from mine, though.
Huh, so it does. I wonder if it's just cosmetic.
Classist and misogynistic. What a combo. I really need to clear things up with her, but what do I say? Oh, does it let me choose?
Is something the matter?
Oh, come on.
We're all acquainted now. It's only proper that you introduce yourself.
Fuck her. It's not even my fault. I'm going to self-insert into Reen now because I'm cool anime protagonist, man. I even have anime hair in real life. Not really. But, like, he didn't do anything wrong. And she's so pissed at him for no reason.
Yeah, okay.
Because anime.
I'm Lisa R. from Ruhr.
Chris R? Where the fuck's my money, Danny?
It's a pleasure to meet almost all of you.
Elisa.
Man, I thought I was gonna like her when we first met. God damn it.
Ruhr, huh? What's it like living there? There's probably a new technological breakthrough every week.
The Reinford Company's based in Ruhr, and they're the largest heavy industry corporation on the continent, aren't they?
I suppose they are.
So, hey. I guess that bow must have been in that case you had with you when we first met, right? I've never seen one like it. Is there some kind of orbital mechanism built in?
There is, but I don't see how that's any of your business.
Come on, man.
Ouch.
Rude.
Yeah. Anyone got any ideas on what to do now? We've all run into each other wandering around. How about we stick together?
She is giving serious Yukari vibes, isn't she? Bo, kind of a bitch.
I think that would be for the best. It's not safe for a group of girls to travel alone. You may require protection.
This fucking guy.
You needn't be concerned about that.
Yeah, I think she can protect herself. Where do you keep it? It's bigger than you are.
I beg your pardon?
I don't mean to boast, but I'm confident my swordsmanship will be more than sufficient to protect us. For now, I think it's best to remain in separate groups.
Oh, whoops.
That's right. We still haven't run into that silver-haired girl.
How do you look at history of...
In that case, 2 teams means double the chance to find them.
Wait, how do you look at the text history? I'm pressing every button. I pressed all the buttons and it did nothing.
2 teams is double the coverage, and double the chance of crossing paths with our missing companions.
What, are the weapons like Samus's suit that she can just materialize it out of nothing?
How's that sound?
I have no objections.
You do it from the menu? Oh, okay.
So then, shall we be off?
So you can't actually look at it from... Oh, that's stupid.
All right.
Come on, game. Visual novels got this right back in the day. Crossbow games were able to do
See the
this.
4 of you later, then.
Although that might have been a mod, honestly. I'm not sure.
She really doesn't seem like she's gonna let that go, does she?
It was clearly an accident. Everyone could see that. But I don't suppose it makes any difference to her.
This is the only, like, good thing you've said so far, Macias.
Still, is no one else worried about leaving a group of girls to fend for themselves in a place like this?
This fucking guy.
There are 4 of us here. Perhaps one of us should go follow them.
Get a load of this guy.
I don't think we have anything to worry about as long as Laura's with her.
Girl literally had a sword that was twice as tall as she was.
She really wears her skill on her sleeve. I doubt she drags around a sword that big just for show. It's certainly an enormous blade. I'd call it comically huge if it didn't look so dangerous. But at the end of the day, a lady is a lady.
She's taller and sturdier than I am. Though I admit it's still hard to believe anyone could swing that beast of a sword.
Man, you should see Rias' sword.
I'll bet she can whip it around without breaking a sweat.
I like to imagine that Rias' sword is bigger than that one, and it's a fucking chain-link sword. I'm still sad I couldn't play as her in third.
Serves as a general basis for the techniques used by knights throughout the Empire.
I'm just saying it would have been really cool if you could play as Kevin and Rias in a Zora. That would have been really cool. I'm just saying.
And her father, the Viscount, is arguably the strongest swordsman in the country. People call him the Radiant Blade Master. I doubt any of the other students here could even stand their ground against her in combat, much less beat her.
Wow.
Is that a challenge?
Interesting. I didn't know there were still roots of the old knightly styles alive in the Empire.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Reen. A hobby of yours?
I'm a swordsman myself. I guess the lore sort of comes with the territory. At any rate, how about we pick up the search? I'm worried about that silver-haired girl. And we still need to track down Duke Albarea's son, too.
That's true.
Who?
I couldn't care less what happens to that pompous ass.
Oh, that guy.
He can rot down here.
Come on now. That's no way to treat someone you just met.
This fucking guy. Oh, that's how.
Looks like the path splits. Which way do you think we should go?
It's my turn. Leave it to me.
Here we go.
Oh, it was ZL. Okay. Why can't I look at this during the... Whatever.
I feel a little wind blowing from the east. I bet the exit's that way.
Okay, so go west. Thanks. What, you think I'm gonna go the way I'm supposed to? There could be items over here. Or a bat cat.
Now's our chance.
I did not realize I was that close to it.
Leave it to me.
It's mine. You're mine.
Oh, a treasure chest.
See what I tell you? Where is it? Oh. Here. Hey. Who does not have a thing? Not you. Yeah. You're the one who makes use of water magic. Heals a small amount of... Wait, heal is a quartz move? That... I don't know how I feel about that. Wait. Man, they killed the chest puns. They're dead. That sucks. That's the one sin that Azure... Well, technically, Crossbell did, but the Geofront translation had him.
Now's our chance.
I wonder where this Azure Geofront translation is at now that I think about it. I haven't checked in on it in like a few months.
Right. Go.
All right. Together. An A+ outcome.
What's wrong?
More monsters?
No, not monsters. It's...
You're pretty sharp.
Silver-haired girl? Yeah. What is up with her? Something about her is different.
It's the silver-haired girl.
I'm glad to see you're all right. Though it looks like there was nothing to worry about in the first place.
Nope. I'm small and quick. These things can't lay a finger on me.
Spyro? Wait a minute, is that Allura? Is that where I heard it? The voice, that is?
Oh yeah, Fee Clausel. That's my name.
No, I don't... Where the fuck am I hearing these voices from?
You're just over halfway through. Keep it up.
Don't take
Later.
that out of context, please.
Hey, wait! Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
I'll be fine. I'm used to this. See you at the end.
Okay, what is she, a fucking assassin or something? She's got a grappling hook.
What just happened?
She's got...
Wow.
She's got the moves. Oh, still got the
Certainly wasn't
moves.
fibbing about being quick on her feet. I guess we really don't need to worry about her.
Yeah, now I'm more convinced than ever that she knows exactly what she's doing. Just over halfway through? Has she already been to the exit and then come back?
Probably. She just jumped off a wall. I want to do that. Let me do that. Oh, still got the moves. No kidding.
The wind's behind us. Let's go.
Wind. What's that about? Don't talk to me about wind. I don't want to think about anything to do with wind. Not since the incident.
It's my turn.
It's funny because of... No, normally I say that as a joke, but it actually happened. I'm gonna use him on this.
Leave it to me. My turn.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
It's my turn.
That was not the correct enemy.
Oh, we did it.
Everyone's leveling up. Motivate can now be used. What is this? Oh, it's a craft point thing. Strength plus 25% craft points, 10%. Oh, I already have that? That's a pretty strong skill. If you build up your team to use craft points a lot, that'd be a pretty good skill, especially if it goes even stronger later on. Go even stronger. You're not supposed to notice me. You're supposed to hold still, just like that. Thank you.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Did Rain's head just, like, turn sideways for some reason there? That looks weird.
Arcus.
It's my turn.
Just focus on one at a time until it dies. Like that.
All right.
Do you hear that?
Someone's fighting up ahead. Come on.
Rain! Wait for me!
Oh, it's that guy. Bullshit. You can't kill those things with a sword. Oh, he's just showing off.
Incredible.
was really something.
Judging by that display, I don't think he needs any help from us. I take it that's another school of Imperial swordsmanship?
Right. That's court fencing, an agile style favored by the nobility. And judging by his poise, he's no amateur.
Huh?
Just vanishes into the ether.
Did you need something?
No, I did not, Juices.
Sorry, I was just admiring your swordsmanship. I'm Reen Schwarzer. I didn't get the chance to introduce myself earlier.
I'm Elliot Craig.
Gaius Warzel. Nice to meet you.
I believe I have already introduced myself, but once again, I'm Jusis Alberea. And I have to say, I didn't think you had it in you. I'm impressed.
What are you talking about?
Partnering up with people.
After all that bluster about finding your way to the exit alone, I wasn't expecting you to actually rely on others for help. I assume you came to your senses shortly after you stormed off, and then wandered back to apologize like a good boy.
This is gonna get you punched in the face, Juices.
Truly, the virtue of the common man. Why, a preening noble such as myself would be far too proud to do such a thing.
What the hell is your problem? You nobles really are all the same. So full of yourselves, it's a wonder you don't pop. And you're not just a garden variety noble either. House Alberea is one of the highest ranking in the country. I'll bet you just love looking down on us less fortunate souls, don't you?
You're one to talk. I don't need a lecture in rank from the son of the Imperial Governor.
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought the name Regnitz sounded familiar.
Karl Regnitz, the first commoner ever to hold the seat of Imperial Governor in Heimdall. The first to rule the capital.
Wait a minute, so he's a hypocrite too?
And this headstrong young lad just so happens to be a chip off that old block. Pretty rarefied air for a simple commoner, don't you think?
What does that have to do with anything? Yes, my father is the Imperial Governor, but he earned that position through years of hard, honest work. Don't you go lumping him in with you nepotists who get your titles handed to you just for being born.
Perish the thought. No, I mainly just regard your father as a reformist, and a close friend of the Chancellor at that.
Oh?
And as you're vividly aware, his faction is in conflict with the noble faction, led by none other than the four great houses. When you look at it that way, your vitriolic disdain for the nobility suddenly seems rather cheap, wouldn't you say?
You son of a...
Magius, don't do it!
Wait a minute, I get to choose? Hold on a minute. They're both assholes, does it matter? Stop him.
I know he's taunting you, but lashing out at him isn't going to solve anything. And Jusis, don't you think that was a little uncalled for?
I wasn't the one who started this.
He did.
Damn it, just let me go already!
Sound like a 5-year-old. Is the way Elliot says Craig weird? I don't remember.
Okay? Just leave me alone for a while. You guys should just go on ahead with him.
Get out of my room, Mom. These fucking guys.
I think you went a little too far, Jusis. Being at odds with Machias is one thing, but dragging his father into it is pretty low. You're better than that.
Is he?
Perhaps I was a bit out of line. It would seem I still have much to learn.
Huh?
You look shocked. Why?
Well, you're the son of Duke Alberea, right? I wasn't expecting the son of a noble to admit he was wrong. Wait, no, that came out wrong. I'm sorry.
There's no need to address me so formally.
This dude sounds like the blue-haired guy from Puyo Puyo.
We may come from different social spheres, but here at this academy, we're supposed to be on equal standing.
I mean, apparently so do I. Let's do this.
Or so the idea goes, anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Yes, I'm with you all the way there.
Is class really that big a deal here in the Empire?
It is. This country has a long history, and the class system has been one of its central institutions for most of that.
That's stupid.
So what are you going to do, Eustace? Makia said to go with you, but I don't want to press you into coming along if you don't want to.
I was intending to press on to the exit by myself, but I'd prefer not to mimic the actions of his ilk, so I'll accompany you.
What is with the kerning on this font? Look at the spacing between I and LK. That's weird.
What?
I mean, like, Azor had this problem, but, like, that's a fan translation. This is official Steam release.
We're worthy of your company. I mean, I'm looking forward to having you on the team.
Let's just go with that.
We should get moving then. Come on.
Machias has left the party. Eustace has joined the party. Okay. Guess this is how they force you to learn how to use everybody. Must kill Buck!
You're in my way.
Actually, I'm okay with them coming closer. That's fine by me. If I can just hit a good chunk of them.
Here we go!
My turn.
Alright, what do you have? Rapid thrust. Oh, you have gold. Okay, that's an area magic attack. That's good. And they're moving out of the circle. Hell yeah. I still have not learned from my past mistakes. Oof. Oh, attacking Reen. He's got 4 of them around him.
Right.
Very well.
It's my turn.
Oh, he doesn't do a lot of damage, does he? No, Reen can handle it. Reen's fine. He can handle everything at once. See?
I'll handle this.
Just kill it. Okay, so I've got Tear, finally, which is good. Not gonna cast it in time, but yeah. I'm still not used to X being the menu, or not being the menu button. Okay, so here's arts. Wait, did I come from down here? Or... I'm lost. God! Again? No, this is where I started. Wait, no, it's not. No, this is where I came from. Okay, good. This is going to happen a lot.
This seems kind of imposing. I don't know how to break the ice.
By literally breaking the ice. Punch him in the face. Sepith Mass. It's nice having an arts menu instead of having to scroll through the arts. That's actually a thing Crossbell fixes. Yeah, you have separate menus for each thing. It's nice that they did that, though. I am a fan. It's gonna be finicky to get all 3. Like moving this around's more finicky in these games.
Very well.
Just like in general.
Right.
Leave it to me.
What?
My turn.
What?
Go.
Right.
All right. Time is precious. We should hurry.
I need to fill out those craft points so I can use my non-existent S-crafts. I'm assuming there's a chest over here. No? Yes. Maybe. Oh, hey! EP charges already, huh? That's pretty good. Don't turn around.
The wind's behind us. Let's go.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Feel that mighty wind.
I'll handle this.
Right.
My turn.
My turn.
All right.
Okay, it's safe for
I
now.
could have killed it physically there, but whatever. Alright, what's going on in here? Quartz? Sapith is good, I think. I don't know if you have the same... maybe. I would imagine it's good. Oh. Pressing in on the analog stick centers the camera. That's the noise I'm hearing. I just do it compulsively, to be honest with you, because most games don't actually utilize it.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Here we go.
My turn.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Very well.
Right.
Go.
It's my turn.
Go. I'll handle this.
What?
Here we go.
You ever have like a random sensation of like it feels like something's crawling on you? I just had that on my arm.
It's my turn. I'm as precious.
Distracting. How do uses one-shot them? I don't know. This game likes to employ, or this series likes to employ a lot of anime tropes, it would seem. My favorite is the one where you beat the boss really hard and the boss is like, that was nothing, and then they just fucking destroy you out of nowhere in a cutscene. That's my favorite when that happens. That's great. Arianrod. Okay, to be fair, Arianrod was a pain in the ass to deal with.
Hey, are we...
The hardest, literally the hardest fight in the series, as far as I can tell. So far. Well, supposedly, the fights only get easier from Crossbell on, so...
Looks like we are.
I guess it would be the
That
hardest fight in the
definitely
series.
seems to be the exit.
I can see the sunlight streaming in, so I'm guessing we're finally clear.
Ugh, this was a complete waste of time. Pointless busy work at best.
Like, even the fights in the arena in third weren't that hard.
Considering the school's esteemed founder, I was expecting more of a challenge, but nothing here posed even a modest threat.
Did we even fight the same enemies? I feel like I've been stretched to my limits. What was all that business about Class 7 anyway?
What are these little margins here? Optimal bounce vectors?
Good question. We've got people here from different backgrounds, classes, even cultures. Is there some sort of secret agenda with this whole Class 7 thing that we just don't know yet?
What was that?
What's on the ceiling?
There.
Or the wall.
The statue?
Really now?
What the heck is that?
A gargoyle come to life? What sorcery is this?
Oh, we're doing the Trails in the Sky third now, okay. We got demons. Why does it have giant purple things? I like it.
Are monsters like this common in the Empire?
Not outside of old wives' tales, they aren't.
This thing's cutting off our only route to the surface. No choice. We have to fight it.
Right.
Finally, an opponent worthy of my skill.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Idios, help us.
I have to go. All out.
Go!
Shut the fuck up.
All right, let's do this!
Understood.
Right.
I like its design.
Give it up, everyone.
It's my turn.
turn.
If I can delay it, that'd be cool. I did not delay it. Oh
It's
well.
my turn.
I don't really have a lot of variation when it comes to my skills yet, so...
Here we go.
This is what I got. Give me impede, delay, whatever it is. I don't know if they're separate or not.
Right.
It seems like it knocked it down a peg there, I'm not really sure.
Arcus activate.
Very well.
I didn't notice the 0 arts on the left there. I should utilize that. Weak.
Go. There.
Did that delay it? I think it did.
All right.
No. I'm gonna try air arts. They're usually not that strong, but I want to give it a shot. Yeah. Just attacking it normally would have been stronger.
Very well.
I want that crit. Give me that crit. I'll get that crit. Maybe. Sure. That's fine.
Arcus, activate. Huh.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, that's nice.
My turn.
Why am I... Is that the regen doing that? I think that's the regen.
Give it up, everyone.
Huh. Great. Okay. Well, phase 2, I guess?
Very well.
This looks familiar. Some space magic. Oh, wow, that did fucking nothing. Good job.
Here we go. There.
Okay, not bad.
All right.
Eh. Am I healing? Is that a Master Quartz thing? Or is he healing? I think so. I want to impede. I want to delay. I feel like I'm not accomplishing that.
Here we go.
What about Firebolt? Let's try that.
Activate.
No, no, that's not good. Weak.
Leave it to me.
Just keep using Gale Stinger, fucking. It's not like I'm saving up crap points or
Very
anything.
well.
Just keep on trucking.
Go. There.
Does the attack up wear off like in the crossbow games? That kind of blows. I think it does.
Give it up, everyone.
Oh yeah, there's a time limit on them. The icons are so small, I couldn't really tell.
All right, let's do.
Although 4 turns is a lot better than 3.
Leave it to me.
Even if it is a single increase, like it actually makes it feel like it's manageable.
My turn.
Just slap it. He's almost dead. Everybody keeps healing themselves,
Here we go.
which is interesting.
There.
Right.
Good critical.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Just hit it. Bye-bye. My eyes. Is it dead? That was weird.
I go where the wind takes me.
It didn't even really die. It just kind of sat back down. Right?
I did it!
I did it!
Blue Lullaby. Magic attack. Huh.
I'm just getting started.
Did you see that strength or that health increase? Not strength. Went up by like 100. Okay, so he's gonna be the health tank. I'm assuming.
Well, that should be the end of it.
No, it's down but not out.
That's one hell of a second wind.
I can appreciate a certain degree of tenacity, but this thing needs to just die.
It's no use. We're too spent to go another. Guess I have no choice.
I didn't even press a button.
Stand back!
Why did he... So what was that about being too spent to take it on? I was fine. I could have gone... See, this is what I'm talking about. Actually, the boss isn't dead. It's much stronger than we thought, even though I completely beat its ass.
You've certainly got some good timing.
Seems like you're all okay at least.
I'm sorry we took so long.
You're here, and that's what counts.
So, a gargoyle, is it? I didn't expect to find the Dark Ages alive and well down here. It doesn't seem like it'll go down easily.
Indeed. It's brushing us off as though we barely even scratched it.
But I beat the shit out of it.
With this many of us, if we can just find an opening.
Fine. I guess I'll help out.
Oh my god. This fucking girl.
Looks like you started the party without me.
Oh, wait, was that the silver-haired girl talking? Oh, I thought that was Blondie.
You?
Releasing limiter.
You don't hold a shotgun like you're gonna break your arm, dude.
Take this! Break shot!
You're gonna break more than the shot. You're gonna break your arm. Okay. Tahu?
An opening!
Go!
What did she even do? Would she break its leg, I guess? Yeah, the gargoyle just sits here and does nothing as everybody attacks it. Yeah, just take your time, guys.
This one's mine!
I know I'm supposedly the strongest monster in the universe, but just take your time. That's pretty metal. Or rock. It's funny. Not really.
We did it!
-1. -2. It's an orbital shotgun and has no recoil. That doesn't make any sense.
I think that's the end of it.
If there is anything coming out of the front, even light, there should be recoil. Although I guess light wouldn't have that much. What does it shoot? Magic? What's magic? What is it? Is it pure energy? I guess.
At the very least, that creature doesn't seem like he'll be coming back for a rematch anytime soon.
Wait, if it doesn't have any recoil, then why does it have a shoulder guard? It shouldn't need one, right? Aesthetics.
What happened there anyway? Right at the end of the battle.
Now that you mention it, I did feel something wash over me for just a second there.
It was like each of us were engulfed in some faint blue light.
What?
I did notice something as we fought. Perhaps it was just the blur of combat, but I felt like I could see everyone's movements in precise detail.
I don't think it was just your imagination.
Agreed. I have a feeling what we just experienced was...
I'm looking too far into it. No, the universe needs to make sense.
The biggest selling point of the almighty Arcus? Give this man a prize. Looks like friendship and teamwork saved the day once again.
You mind explaining why a gargoyle came to life, Instructor?
I'm so proud of you guys. Anyway, that about finishes up today's special orienteering exercise.
Oh, it only took 3 hours.
Aw, what's with the long faces? I thought you'd all be happy.
What are we supposed to be happy about?
I have so many questions, I'm not even sure where to start.
Oh?
I'll take a stab at it. What exactly is the purpose behind this Class 7?
I mean, we get that it's supposed to be some sort of melting pot that includes a broad cross-section of people.
But why were the 9 of us chosen in particular?
That is a valid question. There's no single monolithic reason why you all made the list. But if I had to name a major contributing factor, it'd be those Arcus orbments you've got there.
How so?
Well, like I explained earlier, the Arcus units are developed jointly by the Epstein Foundation and the Reinford Company. Like any battle orbment, they let you use arts, and these have communication functionality built right in. But their crowning feature is what's known as combat linking. That's the phenomenon you all experienced just now.
What is this, the follow-up attack thing where you press the A button and it's like, huh, and then they hit them an extra time?
So that's what that was.
Seems like a pretty apt term. It did feel like we were all connected somehow.
Precisely.
Doesn't take a genius to imagine how much of an advantage a feature like that would be on a real battlefield. An elite unit that can sense each other's movements, acting in perfect sync even in the most chaotic conditions. You can hardly put a price on that.
We are as one.
It could bring about a revolution in the way wars are fought.
It does sound rather
idealistic.
Well, yeah, the technology has its limits. Some have a natural aptitude for it, others just don't. And out of this year's fresh batch of bright-eyed students, the 9 of you turned out to have the highest aptitude.
We're special.
And since aptitude trumps background in Class 7, well, here you are.
I see. But what gives us this aptitude, though, as compared to our peers?
What indeed? As promised, if any of you have objections to being in this class, speak now or forever hold your peace. I think that pretty much covers the hows and whys of your
The
situation.
timing on the drum.
But this program isn't cheap to run, so we're not about to force anyone into it if they don't want to be here.
You can now use this technology to wage war on Liberal. Woo! Who's ready for round 2?
You should also be aware that Class 7's curriculum will be tougher than any other class's coursework. Just fair warning. So now you know. And that leaves you all with an important decision to make. Will you stick with Class 7 or not?
Nah, I'm too scared of Cassius to fight anyone in Liberal.
Oh, if you opt out, you'll just be placed in the class you would have been assigned to otherwise. There's no pressure. Nobles will land in Class 1 or 2, commoners in 3, 4, or 5. It's still just the first day, so there's no real catching up you'd have to do. I'm sure you'd fit in just fine.
Ooh, we still get these little art segments. What was that? Was that Bigfoot?
I'll do it. Whatever Class 7 has to throw at me, I'm game.
Whoa, wait, what?
Just like that?
So you're the first then. You seem pretty sure about it. Any particular reason?
It sounds fun.
Not
Oh,
really.
God, that voice crack.
I just feel like I've put my family out asking them to send me to this school. So, if it gives me more to show for my time here, I'll take whatever opportunities come my way.
I mean, I wouldn't understand why you would turn it down. It seems like it's kind of prestigious, whatever the heck's going on here.
A noble sentiment.
Count me in as well. The greater the challenge, the more I can push myself to excel. One can't hone a blade without grit, after all.
Let's make it 3.
These new headphones are making like everything sounds... The soundstage on these is so much broader than my last ones. I still kind of wish I didn't have to fucking destroy my old ones, but I mean... I did make them explode, so...
Considering how far I came to attend this school, it'd be silly to back down before I even started.
Well, looks like we've got the country's strongest freshman on board, and our foreign exchange student, too. Any more takers?
Yeah, me.
Pans off to the right, it's just a Twitch chat smiley emoji.
Me. I'll do it.
I was only able to come because of the school's generosity. So I feel it's my duty to help in any way I can.
Sign me up too! I kinda feel like fate brought us here for a reason, you know? And you all seem pretty easy to get along with.
And that's a yes from our 2 Orbital staff testers. Though I feel compelled to remind you, your weapons are still in the prototype stage. So on top of your other work, I'll be expecting reports from both of you.
So I've got 2 Orbital staff users? What is the difference between them?
Of course.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Do we have one that's not a healer? I don't
Let
know.
me join too.
Huh?
Oh, there's a surprise. I was almost certain your rebellious streak would see you opt out just on general principle.
It does bother me that you've got us using these Arcus units that are still pretty clearly in development. But if I let every little nitpick like that hold me back, I'd never amount to much.
Words to live by right there. And that brings us to an even 6. Now, what about you, Fee?
Don't really care either way.
Yep, that's me.
You can choose.
Not this time. This is one call you're gonna have to make for yourself. That was the deal, remember? You need to take control of your own life.
Fine, I'm in.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, at least you committed. We've got a magnificent 7 now. Which leaves just the 2 of you. I
These
can see you
dudes.
got issues with each other, but that doesn't mean you can't at least try to work together. Why, if you just look past your differences and embrace the joys of youth, I'm sure you'll become the best of friends.
Like hell we will! The exploitation of the common people by the aristocracy is a blight on every facet of Erebonian life.
Nah, you're just tsundere, Machias.
Unless something is done about it, this country has no future.
I appreciate your candor, but I don't think you're going to achieve much by lecturing me about it.
Well, at least that makes this simple. I, Eustace Alberea, claim my place as a member of Class 7.
Why? You're the son of a duke. Just the thought of being in the same class as commoners should make you sick.
I'll thank you not to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. As far as the House of Alberea is concerned, there's little difference between other nobles and commoners. Besides, this should at least ensure I won't have fools flitting about every day trying to win my favor. That said, I have little interest in getting drawn into your petty arguments on a daily basis either. I think it would be prudent for us to go our separate ways. I'm certain we can at least agree on this, no?
I don't need some pompous ass who coasts through life on his father's coattails telling me what to do. I'm in, come hell or high water. You might have had your successes spoon-fed to you up to now, but no outmoded class system is going to hand you trophies anymore.
We'll see about that.
They're going to be like this pretty much all year, aren't they?
Sure seems that way. I wouldn't bet on them ever seeing eye to eye.
Oh, we're going this route, huh? Okay.
The pots shouldn't be too hard on the kettles.
Give a guy a break.
This damn boom arm, stop squeaking! I need to oil this thing.
Well, how about that? 9 out of 9. With that, I'd like to congratulate all of you on being the first ever Class 7.
You look a little too serious there, Sarah.
I hope you keep
Calm down.
those high spirits all year, because with the workload we've got planned for you, you'll need it.
Hey!
Well, I wasn't expecting Class 7 to turn out quite as diverse as this.
Who's that guy? I don't know.
It
Never seen him before.
Promises to be an interesting year.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
So that's what he sounds
Perhaps
like.
This too is the divine providence of the goddess, no?
How do you mean?
Seeing them there, I feel they have the potential to be the light we seek. A light that can break through the storm clouds that continue to build over our
Is that
nation day
Yusuke?
by day.
That's fucking Yusuke. Oh, that's weird. Actually, you know what? That's incredibly fitting. Never mind. I like that. Who could he be? He could be anyone. It's playing the intro again. What? Wait, is this the title screen intro? Oh, okay. Well, we've already seen this, but I'll play it again. Double the copyright claim, yeah? Yeah. Why is it playing? I guess this, I should have expected it to play it on its own, I suppose. Well, now that I have a fix on who these characters are, I can judge them even further. She is weird to me. Both of them are. What's with the cat? Is it gonna be like the cat from Ghost Stories? I haven't really seen any of them yet. Yeah, the budget for this really went up, didn't it? It's even got CGI. That is a lot of airships. It was all Erebonian. I thought Libra was supposed to be the forefronter of airships. Hey, look, it's that guy that I don't know the name of. Definitely don't know who that is. Seems to have that. Twitch, what is wrong with you today? Welcome to the chat room, welcome to the chat room, welcome to the chat room. What the fuck? Stop! Stop! What's wrong with the Twitch dashboard? Give me a second, I need to refresh after this. Well, so far I like the cast. I'm not dropping frames, so the stream isn't dead. I'm gonna refresh the Twitch dashboard though, because I don't know. Everything's breaking today. There we go. Queen made a treaty with Ereboni and they shared their advancement in technology. That doesn't seem like a very good idea. Delete save data. Why is that an option? Who is that in the achievement image? Way to Thor's. Delete save data. Fuck this game. Delete your save data. Shut it off. Okay, so it kind of does have a bit of a calendar system. Why is it even starting in the same days as Persona? That's weird. I guess it aligns with Japanese schools? I don't know. Please don't crash. This area makes me scared.
All right. Time to get going.
Nice two-dimensional doorknob.
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning.
Boomar, quiet down.
Squeak! Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure.
I can't subtly adjust the position of my microphone when it goes every time I move it.
It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
Wonder how the side quests work in this game.
I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Well, you see, Elliot, Reen has a very high power level because he's an anime game protagonist. You'll learn once you become an anime game protagonist someday, too. He's never gonna be one.
Huh. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late.
This fucking girl. I thought I was gonna like her. Dang it.
Hey, wait for me, Elisa. We'll see you in class.
She's so rude. She seemed nice when she was introduced, man.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to.
She's probably just fucking tsundere.
Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
You got your tsundere, your kudere, your dandere, your yandere. Wait, I hope there's no yandere.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
That's too much weeb speak. I'm gonna throw up. I didn't even learn these terms because I wanted to. Everybody else shoves them in my face.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they?
Wait, there is... I think there's Kudere is the silver-haired girl, I think. I don't even really know what they fucking mean, to be honest with you.
It's funny.
I know what
I went
yandere
into
is.
this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum.
I know. What happens if I just let them keep walking without advancing the text? What happens? I have to know. So I'm gonna let that happen. I know what yandere is because of Miria and Nikki, which is an awful show, don't watch it, and, a certain lad who was making a certain game. Oh, I guess that's what happens.
Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Dame, yo.
Strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
Are you coding, son?
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well, too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right?
Not Eustace. Laura seems like a different one, like a little bit of a different character. I don't know. I don't think she minds.
And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
Sorry, the arm swaying in the walk animation's kind of funny.
And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Yep, I am definitely a common folk. Me, Reen, that's my name. Yep.
Still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year.
well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once.
Strega? Is that him? It sounds like him. I'm recognizing so many voice actors. I think.
Class 7, I see.
It sounds exactly like him. Takaya, that is.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't
Look
you?
at the dude's face on the right.
Come on. We're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
Alright, so we have our comedic side characters here that they try to make you hate. I just end up forgetting about them
So they're
usually.
from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
It's so weird seeing little details like somebody just standing there sweeping.
Wow, really?
It's cool. I like it.
Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet?
Oh, we got clubs.
Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Where's Game Club? I'm gonna bring my Dreamcast and everybody's gonna be like, what the heck is that thing? Got this game on it called Power Stone. It's sick, man.
Stand, bow, be
Oh,
seated.
okay. I didn't stand up, sorry.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Why does this guy look familiar? Lysander.
This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course.
Alright, see you, Carbon. Have a good night.
Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war.
I like this song.
Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights.
You can see that low resolution shadows coming into effect here. Chairs are shimmering. Stop. I don't like that.
The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the Empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself.
This is quite the enthusiastic teacher. Quite a rarity these days.
And that name, of course, was Dreichels Rhysei Arnor. He would later become known as Dreichels the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy.
How are you reading with your eyes shut, dude?
Dreichels' army was initially rather small in number.
That's another weird trope in
But
Japan.
as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased.
Also, look at that desk. Whoa, excuse me. That desk space. Desk.
Now, the place where Emperor Dreichels first began gathering his army was...
It's like 3 times the desk space that I had in school. That sounds nice. I'd actually be able to have room to work.
Rean Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
What, is my knowledge gonna go up if I answer this right? The place where Dreichels first started to gather his army was the... I don't fucking know. Berahard? I don't think that's it. Or would I know? Oh, I told you she's Tsundere. Nord Highlands. I thought there was an area in Prospect. No, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of the Crone Highlands. Ah! Dang. Brain failed me. It was the Nord Highlands, a region northeast of Erebonia. You seemed hesitant, though. This isn't voiced? Was that question a bit too difficult, perhaps? Prince Dreikel's wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. Thanks. She's gonna be like, Yeah. AP increased by... I was joking. It was a joke? Oh, great. By making good decisions and acting appropriately and completing quests, you will gain academic points. When you've accumulated enough AP, you will increase your rank. There are 15 ranks. Right. Okay. Thanks to Alicia's assistance, Reen received the same amount of AP that he would have been granted for a correct answer. In future instances, however, AP bonuses will only be given if the correct answers are given from the start. Okay. Why would I know the history? I mean, I kind of do.
Nice work, everyone.
But not of Erebonia.
You made it through another grueling day of classes.
Gotta get that New Game Plus.
In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time.
There's no classes, then, like, how is it not a day off?
Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
I like this teacher.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
You people are boring.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one. So feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like.
It's kind of like a college. You can just come and go as you please.
A lot
That's
of
neat.
clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
Do I also get to be put to $300,000 in debt? That sounds fun, too.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time, too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I'm going to assume days off are side quest days.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
You're a good teacher.
What?
Here it comes.
Isn't this what orientation is supposed to be for?
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise.
I guess I too open doors with the sheer power of my thoughts. I was kind of hoping she would just kick it down violently, though. I can't say I've never done that before. I'm a little worried about that practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still just getting used to this staff. I'd be happy to help you train it if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. I wonder if I can increase the text size. That'd be nice. That's very kind of you to offer. I was planning on attending club practice. Oh, you joined a club already? Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band. Oh, it's actually just... Isn't this a military academy? I'm not sure how to use... How much it'll have... I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any of the school's clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? That's not how I pictured it for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home. Taught myself, though. So I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. This has got like a Pokemon energy. Like they open the door, they stand there for half a second, and then they walk through, and it's very stagnant. It's actually kind of eerie how similar it is. Although I should say Pokemon took it from this, because Gen 7 games are... Never mind. Oh good, you're still here. They came out after, obviously. Instructor! Is there a problem? I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up. What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is it's something absolutely essential to your school life. And somebody needs to go get it. It doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up at the student council room and tell them that you sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait. Are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. It's always funny when the idle animations speed up. Thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Okay. So, is there like an actual time limit, or... I don't know how this works. I don't even know if there's a day system, to be honest with you. The student council room's on the second floor of the Union building. I'm counting on you. Is there a reason you're still here? Don't tell anyone, but I actually left the student register here and forgot all about it. Good thing I remembered, though. Otherwise, I would have had to sit through another of the vice principal's lectures. She's not exactly a conventional teacher, is she? That makes her memorable, and that's a good thing. This is a very different feeling game from the others. Oh, it leaves little footprints behind you to tell you where you were before. That's nice. I like that. Can I turn off the camera auto movement? I would like to do that. I don't think I can. That's a shame. I would just like to be able to move the camera independent of how I walk. Makes it easier. Have you decided on what club you want to join? Nope. I'm considering focusing my time on extracurricular, I can read, activities during our free days. It's hard for me to wind up reading when I spend the whole stream not doing that. Bridget, I have been trained in the art of the piano since I was not but a child. What do you think? Do I sound like a normal noble if I talk like that? I've been playing piano for a while, though. I thought it'd be fun to play here, too. My name's Hebel. Before you joke that my name rings a bell, I'm head of the wind orchestra. My name's a bit misleading, though, since we focus more on just percussion and wind instruments. If your interest lies in strings or something, we'd be happy to have you. If you'd like to join, just stop by whenever you can. Nothing relaxes me like having a violin in my hands. That's a bit big for a violin. Big for even a viola. What was that, like a mini cello? This place might not be so bad after all. This sign can't stop me because I can't read. Who are you? What a delectable smell. Oh, we got one of these tropes too, huh? It seems though it's emanating from the cooking club. Perhaps I should follow my nose and grace them with my present. God. This fucking game. Hello there, you're a Class 7 student, are you not? My name is Mary, I'm the cooking club's advisor. Were you hoping to join? I'm just trying to familiarize myself with the campus. She seems far kinder than I expected a military academy instructor to be. I happen to be the advisor for the art club and the wind orchestra, too. If you're interested in joining either of them, we'll be sure to welcome you with open arms. If we had, like, a cooking club in school, that would have been baller, dude. At least, like, a cooking class. We didn't have that. We had algebra. That's fun. Hello, welcome to Cooking Club. Whether you want to learn the essentials of cooking or research new exciting dishes, it's the club for you. Like, I'm just saying, maybe schools should have a lot more classes that actually teach you how to survive on your own. I'm just saying. It'd be a good idea. Maybe learn how to do your taxes. Make that a basic thing that you learn. I'm just saying. I guess we have new members all of a sudden. Well, bully for them. I've got my own art to focus on. Shouldn't a club be a bit more friendly? Did his arm just, like, twitch? I love it when assets load in weird ways. It's always funny. Creating art while I'm surrounded by art. Being able to paint in a place like this is an invaluable experience. Definitely not something I was able to enjoy back home. Yeah, art stuff was never my forte. And again, in school, arts class was not really an art class. It was just a learn to draw class. But you're not allowed to draw what you want to draw. Nope. You got to draw my thing. You're gonna hear me gripe about school a lot in this stream, probably. Sorry. If I remember correctly, the Student Union building should be east of the main building. I already know what club I want to join. If I get to choose, I don't know. Maybe I'll head over after familiarizing myself with the campus a bit. I kind of already have. I'll go back in, though. That's the auditorium. The field. I see horse. Lacrosse. That's a sport? In this fictional universe? Huh. Engineering building. I wonder what I'll do there. The library holds a variety of papers and books. Huh. Okay. Does this game have a day system? Event markers. Key event and quest events. A year seems like a long time, but it's a fly by. It'll fly by if you waste it all studying. It was hard work getting into this academy. We deserve to have some fun while we're here. I thought you had something like stabbed into your head for a second, but it was just a hat. It might seem a little quaint, but gardening is both fun and enriching. We'd love to have you join our club if you have so much as a budding of interest. Not really a gardening guy. Kind of hate yard work, to be honest with you. I still do it, but I don't like it. I guess this is where the fencing and swimming clubs are located. Well, there's a lot of them, aren't there? I'm not exactly what you would call athletic, but it might still be worth checking them both out. Huh. You know, for a military academy, it seems pretty relaxed. This is the girls' locker room. If I walked in, my death would be swift. Blissful, but swift. I know this is a thing that people talk about when they talk about Reen, is that they like his little side dialogues. Shower? Wow, this is very detailed. And people think Eunice is like a good academy? No, it doesn't have anything on this. This is much more expansive. Fascinating. I suppose there are some things we can only do while we're students. It looks like there's a lot I could learn about in this club. I'm going to fill out an application this very instant. Swimming, huh? Swimming doesn't just strengthen your body, but your soul. If and when you join this club, try to think of a goal. Any goal will do as long as you make it happen. Working toward that will be a good way to help you become the you want to be. Stop saying you. He's got a way with words. Does he really now? I suppose you can choose who to go into a club with? Lacrosse. Lacrosse. Lacrosse and swimming. Laura's joining swimming. Elliot, that's his name, right? Is in music. And the guy, I forget his name. Gaius is in art. Whomst of the other clubs in B2. Them. Yeah. I swear I'm coherent today. It's a little late. The technical issues also kind of threw me off a little bit. I really like how in-depth this all is. Didn't really expect it, to be honest with you. Storehouse. Okay, that's useless, I think. Hello, I would like a horse, please. Welcome to the riding club. I'm the current captain, Lambert Mach. What a name. And this is my trusty Steed Whitcomb. Are you a new recruit? If you've got the slightest interest in joining, by all means, please do. Archery club? Oh no, lacrosse. She's passionate, to say the least. Joining a sports team does seem like it'd be interesting, though. Friendship, hard work, and success, huh? I've never joined any sports teams before, but they seem pretty fun if it's this excited. Cross always seemed like an interesting sport to me. That's the Elisa girl I've heard so much about. She has a different air about her than all the other first years. She's awfully cocky for a commoner. Should probably talk to them before I talk to all of these dudes. Elisa and I are taking a look at all the clubs here. Would you care to join us, Emma, what are you saying? Right, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'm not much for sports myself. I think something like the literature club would be best fit for me. When you think of traditional Erebonian sports, the word lacrosse should come screaming into your mind. The three key pillars of the sport are the three key pillars of youth itself: friendship, hard work, and success. So who's ready to make the most of their youth with us? Do try to control yourself. You'll scare them all at this rate. Are you here to join the club? Sorry to tell you this, but the club is for girls only. What? Blows? Oh. Why? Lacrosse sounds fun. Join. Fine. Fuck you, I'll go to the literature club then. Or is that for girls only too? Ah yes, competitive reading. I didn't look over here in the... What is your fucking name? Heinrich. Okay. You're a member of Class 7, are you not? Listen here. Contrary to the tainted image of your instructor has provided you, this is a highly distinguished academy. You can see this exemplified by our upper-class students, whose noble behavior you would do well to learn by. Take heed of their every action and mannerism. Do you see them running in the corridors? No, you do not. Understood? Yeah, but I do see them acting like great people. Is this a nurse's room? Welcome to the infirmary. You seem healthier than our average visitor. You can tell just by a glance. That's impressive. Classes are over for the day, so feel free to relax here if you'd like. Huh. I'm feeling way better now. I had a fever this morning, so I thought it would be smart to rest in here. The medicine instructor, Beatrix, really did the trick. You got actual beds in an infirmary? Fucking... what kind of budget does this school have? Well, military budget, I suppose. We had things made of wood with foam on them. They were not comfortable. I used to get migraines like a lot when I was younger, so... I still get them occasionally, but they were not fun to sit on. Hello! Okay, I was gonna say, if you have glasses, I'm gonna punt you in the face. You're from Class 7, right? Must be one weird class if stopping by the faculty lounge is how you spend your free time. I'm just coming to grips with the Academy's layout. Instructor Markov doesn't really have an air of a natural science teacher. He's apparently in charge of orbital studies, so that makes sense in a way. Do me a favor and try not to fail any of your tests. I really don't want to think of new stuff for retests, and if nobody fails, I won't have to. My kind of teacher. Please don't be evil. Everyone who has blue hair or glasses is usually evil in these games. You have glasses. If it isn't Rean Schwarzer. Almost said Schwarzer, I'm trying as hard as I can, man. What brings you here? Don't tell me you wanted to learn more about the War of the Lions. That's just fine by me. Allow me to be your guide through the hectic history of the Middle Ages. As luck would have it, I just so happen to have 5 or so hours to spare today. That should be enough for a cursory primer. Thanks for the offer, but I wouldn't want to bother you. Once he gets going, not even Edios? I'm not gonna get used to that. Could make him stop. What a shame. No, I really want to tell someone about the War of the Lions. I suppose my authentic Eastern Haniwa statue will have to do. Lost little lamb, worry no longer, for I, Vincent, the noble escort Floral, will take you to wherever your heart desires. What does that even mean? My name's Mint? I was just trying to get to my club when this weirdo started harassing me. All I want is for someone to tell me where the music room is. Do you know? Yes. Before I worry about that, I gotta get away from this guy. No need to be shy. Merely close your eyes, take my hand, and trust me. Name the place, and I shall guide you there like an elegant bird leading its chicks. Master Vincent is the only son of the Floral family. Despite his pedigree, however, it would be wise to take his words with a healthy degree of skepticism. For instance, while he may claim to be a noble escort, most women he offers his services to reject him. Good? New student, huh? Well, I'm the janitor, and this here's my room. If you're ever in need of advice, just stop by. I'll help you in any way I can. Even if you bust a window or 3, you can let me know. I won't get after you too much. Okay, so go break all the windows in the school. Got it. You'll be the first to know if I start endangering the school's glass. I want to break all the school's windows. That sounds fun. There's an exit to the courtyard over here, right? Yes. Same girl I talked to before. Yeah, I've actually really liked most of the songs I've heard so far. So far, they all seem pretty great. Where the heck is the student council building? Oh, it's all the way over there. Is that the library? That's the auditorium. Where's the... Oh, the library's next to the Union building. Okay. I kind of want to go inside the library first. Seems fun. I like to read. Again, like I've said before, if video games didn't exist, I'd probably be an avid reader. Probably. Oh, you're gonna be here? Maybe I don't join the reading club. What's wrong? It's nothing. Oh, well, I suppose I'll just return to the dorms for today. If either of them are here, I kind of don't want to... Why can't I join lacrosse, dude? That sounds fun. I'll do that. Girls only! In the library, you'll find books detailing why am I reading this out loud. Hello and welcome to the library. You'll be very familiar with it by the end of your tenure at this academy. It's almost a second home for some students. You say tenure, that implies I can't be kicked out. I like the sound of that. Not only do we have every kind of book you can imagine, but the quiet atmosphere makes it a perfect study spot. Can I relearn how to speak cat? That's very important. Oh! Okay. You alright, game? Jeez. Just wanted to skim this. This game's behaving a little weird sometimes. Especially earlier when I kept crashing my PC over and over again. Don't you have a club you should be running off to? I still haven't decided whether I want to join one. How about you? Same. None have managed to catch my interest so far. I'm in no hurry. If any have merit, I'll find out sooner or later. Sounds like you, I guess. You do your things at your own pace and your own discretion, just like a noble. It doesn't take a noble to exercise critical thinking and sound judgment, at least in theory. If that's all you have to say, then leave me be. I'm not looking to be friends with you or anyone else. Okay, Dick. I found a very exciting novel series here the other day. They're real page-turners, so as soon as I finish one, I come right back here and grab the next one. I see no more glowy things, so I suppose that was it. In terms of what I can read, maybe there's stuff up here. Am I gonna find Kia up here? Reading about ancient war history? Oh. $1,200 years ago. Huh. Wait, artifact. Doesn't seem like there's a lot for me to do in here right now. So I'll fill the time with talking about something else. I've seen a lot of footage for the new... whatever the game is, I forget the name of it. The H game. Wait, no, not that. It starts with the letter A. Trails something.
Student Union building.
The new one with the crossbell and the Cold Steel cast. I saw some footage of the demo that came out. Not for the the Cold Steel side of things, the crossbell one. They were like running around inside Orcus Tower. It looked really good.
I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
I also saw a certain blonde-haired lady with twin tails. So that was interesting.
Hey there, first year.
Oh? You're that crow lad, right?
How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others, too.
How do you know that?
But you just hang in there, okay?
But was he part of it last year? I don't know. No, he's got
okay.
green on.
Wait. You're a second-year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
What?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
What?
I think so. Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Cheers.
He's just gonna take it, isn't he?
All right, watch closely.
He's just gonna walk away. Wait, what?
Now, which hand is the coin in?
Left
or right?
Right, I think?
It's in your...
I think I saw him catch it in his right hand.
Too bad.
No.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick.
Open your other hand, asshole.
You catch on quick.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor.
I don't get the 50 mirror back, do I?
Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor. Furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Wait, my 50... He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. Nice good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that.
Holy shit, when did I drop 1,200 frames? Eeh. Eeh. Jesus. Sorry, I didn't even notice that.
At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to.
Oh, it's gonna be real fucking fun chopping these recordings up, isn't it? Oh boy. Oh well. On the first floor of the student council building, you cafeteria, campus store. Okay. Like the entire game's text is just here. Huh. This is a little much, isn't it?
Yikes! A monster!
Huh. Never seen this kind before.
Yeah, who puts a giant... Oh, a treasure! Yikes!
Yeah, look.
How much money do I have? Heh. And money's gone. There we go. Welcome to the campus store. What will be the campus store once I finish setting everything up. Okie dokie. I'm kind of hoping this game doesn't have a day system. Or a calendar system, I should say, just because, like, Well, I'm a little okay with that not being a thing. But I think it does. Did you get any first years to join the literature club? It does. Well, oh well. She's lost in her own little book world again. Tall boys with glasses really are the best. Just thinking about them makes me all tingly. Dorothy. Blue hair, glasses. Okay, so this is the main antagonist. Another day, another beatdown by the nobles. I thought for sure that I would be able to win today, too. Is this club ever going to break its losing streak? Yep, there he is, the main antagonist. I'm sure we'll kill him later. Photo development? Why are there windows here? Well, I guess they have this. Are you sure? I mean, it does say student council room up there, but we can't be too certain. There's definitely someone inside. I can sense it. Hopefully I'm not interrupting.
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption.
I recognize that voice actress from somewhere. I feel like I'm hearing a lot of Persona voice actors and actors too, but I'm not too certain.
Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book.
As long as I don't have to hear the word senpai ever again, it'll be good.
Toa Herschel.
Toa Herschel?
I'm the student council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see. Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf. Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
What? No. What? No.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy.
I'm sure she is.
And I help out the other instructors a lot too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right? It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class? She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Mwah.
Mwah, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down. No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them, and we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day, and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks.
She seems nice. Can't wait to find out that she's the main antagonist. She's gonna pull out the evil-looking spear. Her hairstyle's gonna change. She's gonna get the gimp suit. like the bodysuit that every evil... The one that Maria Bell was wearing, whatever you call that thing. I called it a gimp suit. I am so sorry.
I can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Hello? This is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Okay, it looks like he's holding it like a folding phone, but it's... No, Google, I did not tell you to open the voice app. Fuck off. Anyway, glad I noticed that before it started recording my whole voice. Well, it records it anyway. I'm recording my voice onto the internet right now, as we speak. What was I saying? Right, he's holding it like a folding phone, but it's so absurdly massive.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind. I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
This fucking teacher.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like.
What is with this game and its German and French names and
Would you
words?
care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But alright, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
You're the main character of the game, Reen.
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course. But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special.
Uh-huh.
Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome.
I like this teacher.
If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of
Okay, now it's getting weird.
woes, such a man is nary to be found.
You're making it a little weird, Sarah.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
Unconventional studies. I do like that they kept this similar chapter introduction thing going throughout all these games. It's charming. It's very charming. Afterwards, Rean returned straight to the dormitory. And after relaxing in his room for a while, he decided to walk around the dorms. You can now view your overall achievements and character tabs. Okay. Both can be accessed by pressing the back button or choosing Note from the camp menu. Okay. President Toa left me in charge of handing out everyone's notebooks. Tomorrow is our first free day, so I should get done with it tonight. Oh boy. Why does every RPG have to start with one of these? Go talk to everyone and give them the thing. The story will progress should you return to Rean's room. Every goddamn RPG in the world has to do this for some reason. Hey there, Rean. Something the matter? Side quests in this game are generally pretty bad. Toa gave me Class 7 student notebooks to hand out, so I'm just going to deliver those. Here's yours. Thanks. Were you playing violin in here? Sorta. It's pretty late, so I wasn't really playing per se, just doing the fingering and motions. Is this fucking... This game isn't hitting my GPU too hard. I don't want to say shit like that because the computer will fucking crash the second I do. But, like, my computer's spitting out a surprising amount of heat. Like, I'm feeling it wafting toward my leg. You're really into your music, huh? I can't imagine most people being that invested in their hobbies. Your room's chock full of musical stuff, too. It's not that much, honestly. You have 3 violins. It'd be nice if the walls in these dorms were a bit more soundproof. I'd be able to play all night without bothering anyone. Spoken like a true music nerd. Just do what all people do. 4. 5? Unless there's nothing in that one. 4 violins. Why? Just do what all people who live in apartments do and just hook up your amp and just go to town all night, every night, every night, every night. It should be Eustace's room. Who's there? It's me, Rean. I've got your student notebook here. Very well. You have my thanks. Don't mention it. Mind if I ask what you were up to? I was simply reading. What kind of book? A biography I borrowed from the library. Why must I indulge your mundane little questions? Huh? While we may live in the same dorm, the two of us are perfect strangers. Your proximity to me does not give you license to intrude on my private life. What a nice guy. You're right, I'm sorry about that. Pay it no mind. Also, I suggest you be more mindful of when and to whom you volunteer your time. Otherwise, people will be more than happy to simply use you at every turn. He seems nice. Was that meant to be a warning? He doesn't seem like an easy guy to make friends with, that's for sure. Maybe he's got a good heart. Maybe. Evening, Rean, what's up? I was just looking for you. I've got your student notebook here. Here you go. I was wondering when that'd come. Thanks. Sorry to make you go out of your way to deliver it. No worries. Your room's got a really distinctive feel to it, though. What's hanging on the wall? That's a sort of ornament made in the Nord Highlands. I thought it'd be... music pops. You're making me scared. Don't crash. I swear to God, I'll break this computer in half. I thought it'd be a nice way to bring the spirit of my homeland along with me. It really does give the whole room an exotic feel. You've got your brushes out too, so I'm guessing you're going to spend tomorrow painting. I'm planning to head over to the art club. Feel free to come along if you feel like it. Seems like the most easygoing guy so far. Nord Highlands. This should be Machias's room. Oh, no. Who is it? It's me, Rean. I've got a little something here for you. I'll be right there. Sorry to make you go through all that trouble. Don't worry about it. In the middle of studying there. Sorry if I interrupted you. No need to be sorry for that. How did you know I was studying, though? You've got pencil marks all over the sides of your hands. Well then. I've got permanent pencil marks in mine. 2 of them. One in the right side of my palm on my right hand, and the other one on my left hand right underneath my middle finger. I was not very careful as a child. You should make sure to do plenty of studying yourself. You don't want to find yourself falling behind. I suppose you're right. Most of our classes seem like they'll be pretty hard, too. Agreed. Besides, it'll be a chance to show up those snobby upper-class students. I'll see you tomorrow, then. I hope there is no testing system in this game. Please, no. Then again, they want me to learn the history of Zemuria, so... Great. Oh, is this Rean's room? Oh, 201. That's his room. Okay. I guess I'll go up before I go down. Instructor Sarah's room is right above Rean's. I need to give Elisa her student notebook. Right. Here goes. Who is it? It's me, Rean. What do you want? What are you even thinking about coming to some innocent girl's room this late at night? Okay, good point. I wouldn't have under normal circumstances, but there's something I need to give you. Oh. Okay, wait a moment. Hurry up and hand it over. Okay, just hold on a second. It should be this one. Let's see. Elisa Don't read that. I can't let my guard down around you for a second, can I? Right. Sorry, I can't tell which notebook it is without looking inside. I really didn't mean any harm. Or so you say. Anyway, that's all you wanted, isn't it? Good night, then. Guess I'll have to back off for tonight. But it seems that R is just an initial. Reinhardt? Was it R-E-R? Wait a minute. No, you got the gears in the cogs in my head turning game. Hold on a second. Reinhardt? That wasn't like a name that was you. No. What was this something that was R? R-E... Rainford? Reinford? Wait a minute. Is there a reason she's hiding it? It's not even a spoiler? Okay. Well, hopefully I figured it out. This should be Laura's room. Laura, are you in there? Is that you, Rean? I'll be right there. Thank you for taking the time to deliver it to me. Don't worry about it. What were you doing anyway? You didn't hear me knocking and you're covered in sweat. I was practicing with a wooden sword. Must have been so focused on my practice that I didn't hear you knock at first. That's some contradiction, alright. Maybe I should do some practicing when I get back to my room, too. You certainly don't want to neglect your training. I'd enjoy it if I had someone to deal with sometime, too. Well then, good night. I like her. She seems like the most normal out of the... Well, no, the braid girl, I forget her name. She seems the most normal. Emma, is that her name? Who is it? It's me, Rean. Do you have a moment? I'll be right there. Yeah, she seems the most normal. Thank you. On an unrelated note, how are you planning on spending the day tomorrow? I'm thinking I'll help out at the student council. How about you? I plan on looking at some more clubs. I haven't seen what the culture clubs have to offer yet, so I'll be visiting them tomorrow. Joining a club does sound like a good idea. Let me know if any of them seem really good. Also, I hope you're able to make up with Alicia soon. Did you hear us just now? You weren't exactly quiet. I think Alicia still needs to sort out her feelings about everything. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. Good night, Emma. Thank you for bringing my notebook, too. There's only one true good character in all of Class 7. Wait, so everyone's evil except for me? Wait, okay, so... me and other person. I'm assuming you mean good character. It's me, Rean. I've got something here for you. Coming. Yeah. Cheers. That's me. Are you asleep? I didn't mean to wake you up. It's fine. I'm surprised you went to sleep this early, though. I mean, we just had dinner. I didn't have anything else to do. It's so bad for you, but, like, sleeping right after eating, oh, it's nice. But it's so bad for you. You done? Just wanted to give you the notebook. Right. She's a unique one, that girl. I wonder how she ended up a student here anyway. No clue. She's perfectly normal. There's nothing suspicious about her. Nope, nothing. That I, Rean Schwarzer, the commoner, fucking... Anyone else? I think it was just those. Oh, she's not even up in her room. You really can't beat an ice-cold beer after work. Well, wait, maybe you can, with 2 ice-cold beers. Have you been drinking all night? At least try not to fall asleep here, okay? I don't want you to catch a cold. Don't you worry your pretty little head about me, I'm indestructible. Especially since I've got the day off tomorrow. You say that like it totally excuses your entire night of drinking. Well, anyway, you were nice enough to take on some work for the student council, so that's a load off my shoulders. I'm looking forward to seeing how you perform tomorrow. Was that supposed to mean? Right. She went from plastered to bastard in the blink of an eye. Looks like there's a lot more to her than I thought. Really though, how great is that? We're all free to do whatever we want tomorrow, except for you. Main character. And the only proper way to celebrate is drinking the night away. Or maybe not. I like her. She seems good. I think I delivered to everyone. Choosing to rest will cause the date to change and the main story to advance. Yeah. I should probably stop streaming soon. It is late. I don't really know how long I've been streaming for, honestly, because technical difficulties happened, but it says I've been streaming for 3 hours. Never mind, it says I've been streaming for 4 hours on Twitch. I don't know. But it's like 11 p.m., so I kind of want to go to sleep. Oh, wait, I need to put the fucking recording together first. Ah, shit. Yay! Oh, here we go. I kind of dropped my student notebook, and now I can't find it anywhere. Okay, Colette. I finished repairing a bunch of orbital tech here at the engineering club. 1 or more combat-ready students look forward into this. Okay. 1 from the principal, 1 from the engineering club, and 1 from another first year. I certainly wasn't expecting a request from our principal as one of my very first assignments. Excuse me, I hope I don't screw it up. I'm curious about the one that the engineering club, too. Sounds interesting. I've got all day, so let me just dive in, I guess. Yay. It's side quest time. Quests tab automatically records all progress you make. Alright. Some quests need to be completed in order to advance the main story. Those quests have a rec next to their name. Bonding points. On free days, special events can be triggered with certain classmates and sub-characters. These are called bonding events. 1 point will be consumed each time you view an event. Okay, so... On your free days, use bonding points to participate in bonding events with other characters. Okay, I don't know if I should, like, zero in on single characters, or what? What is this, social links? It kind of seems close to it. These usually make me anxious. I'm not the biggest fan of this type of a thing. Why is this button assigned to this? Let's make it the map button or something. 3 hours, 40 minutes, it's fine. I'm gonna go. I'll figure out what to do with the bonding events later. I don't really want to use a guide. I'll just do whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna worry about it. How do you exit the game? Title. Oh, it does change. Okay, I was kind of thinking the title screen would change. Alright, I'm going to, before I forget, launch the game. Shut up, Steam. Come on, upload to the Steam Cloud. You can do it. Come on. No, still going. There it goes. Configuration tool. I'm going to boost the anti-aliasing to, like, back up to 8x. Save and quit. All right, there we go. Hopefully it doesn't crash next time. Thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow, most likely, with more of this, because I am stalling until Mario Galaxy arrives at my front door, because that's going to be the other game I play. It's probably going to take a while. I might have to start another game in the meantime. I'll look for something short to do.